Game going. All right. Just looking, I did plug in my internet cable right before we got this started. Anyway, hey there, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Alien Investigations, a channel dedicated to the X-Files collectible card game. I'm your host, Steven, and we're coming at you with another playtest game for the upcoming Season 5 expansion. This is the 18th playtest that we have done for this fan-made expansion that we're going to be bringing to you. And this expansion is going to, again, be covering the episodes found in the 5th season of the X-Files. This is a 175 card expansion that we're going to be stress testing. And I've got two esteemed gentlemen here who are going to be helping with that. Joining us from Louisiana, and the winner of last year's 2024 X-Files CCG Virtual Tournament, we have Jon Wood from Louisiana. Jon Wood, good to see you, my friend. This is your first playtest. This is your first one.
Yeah.
So, very excited to see what you bring to the table. Tell us about. Tell us a little bit about your process with building this deck.
It was called putting a lot of stuff to playtest. So basically, I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was to try to get the gunmen to break things because they have such a high computer skill that there's a lot of stuff that you can do and kind of speed through, and also trying to get all lies lead to the truth to work correctly, because that's a big one that I think, if it's done correctly, can be awesome. And so they have manners helping them out because, let's see if we can break stuff.
Excellent. And I'm glad you mentioned break stuff because we have your opponent here who prides himself on being able to break these cards. And that is Dave Meyer from Illinois. And Dave Meyer, you have done several of these playtests up to this point. Are you bringing a previous playtest deck, or is this a brand new one? You went back to the drawing board and built it from scratch?
No. I'm a lazy bastard. I'm just playing them. I played the same cards that I have. I had them available. That otherwise we'd be playing our other game today. The championship that never was. I still owe him a game there. So
I'm really glad you brought that up because yes, this is the first time that you gents have thrown down since the tournament last year, and me, along with a lot of others in our X-Files CCG community, have been looking forward to that rematch. This is a much anticipated rematch in the confines of a playtest game. So we're actually getting two birds with one stone out of this. So rematch plus playtest. So I'm really glad you guys were able to avail yourselves for this. So this would be very interesting. Just like a regular game of X-Files CCG, we're going to crash through this game until we get a winner, and that will be when the first of you identifies your opponents in X-File. But in the course of that, we're going to be looking at some of the cards from the upcoming Season 5 expansion that you guys will be able to talk out and see if you can find any issues with them. So, that's what we're looking to accomplish here. And got another thing we're putting to the test today. Each of you has chosen an X-File not from the standard 41 card checklist that we're all familiar with. We are working on 4 expansion checklists that are going to cover the rest of the X-Files series from Season 3 all the way through Season 11, including the 2 movies that came in between that. So what you guys are doing tonight is you have each selected an X-File from the first of 4 expansion checklists, and this one is going to cover the episodes found in Seasons 3 and 4. So like the original checklist that we all know, this one contains 41 X-Files, and of those, we've got occult, evolutionary, alien, government, and primordial X-Files. And it's a little different than the original in the sense that evolutionary is not the low-hanging fruit when it comes to affiliation this time. So you guys, and death may not necessarily be the low-hanging fruit either. So you guys will be asking questions that you usually didn't ask, like whoever asks abduction, right? When you're asking a result. Well, you might be more inclined to do so this time. So each of you picked an X-File from this list, and each of you has a copy of that checklist printed out, so you'll be able to ask those questions. So give me your quick thoughts on as you're looking over that checklist. And of course, you saw the card that I sent you. Any thoughts?
I think it's a little more balanced. Well, not really, because there's still a couple of outliers, but for the most part, it's a little more squished into the middle. You still you have a few of them that kind of are low balls, but everybody else is usually within one or two. You really don't have a ton of. You don't have that death evolutionary jump. But then again, I mean, it's like it works. Sometimes you have to do that. You just can't. Everything can't be one-to-one. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's just never going to happen because you have to stay with theme.
Yep. What about you, John? What are your thoughts on this checklist?
So my biggest thing with it is I'm happy to not have to ask if it's Colonel Wharton, because there were certain X-Files that everybody would have, and you would just kind of go like, oh, this is looking like it's going a certain way. It's just, what people would do. Like, oh, this has I think it's like Warren Dupree, whatever, has like the lowest possible result. There was one where a lot of it would be like just trying to. So this is a whole difference. I literally just went down and grabbed one. So that's why I'm like trying to even look and see if I made a horrible mistake or not. But I'm like, no, it looks balanced. It looks like there's not yet 13 or 15 death cards, whatever. So yeah, great. Excellent. And then it looks like government is the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, I'm going to do this real quick. I did do this, but I'm not.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Because I need another one, because that other one kept me alive and kicking. This one kept me alive and kicking for years.
So you had to set that one aside, write up a whole new one.
And plus, my solo game that I started working on when I was about a year old. Dad, don't look at that old phone number. I have absolutely no idea who that is.
You should call and find out. Just to be like,
somebody back in Springfield. I remember a long time ago, some guy was selling some cards way back in the days when we used to go to AOL and Instant Messenger to talk to people and find out where. That's how I ran into weird Mike, bathrobe Mike.
Bathrobe Mike.
So, yeah.
So as John, as you mentioned, government is the low-hanging fruit for the affiliation on this checklist. But what's going to be really interesting is when we roll out more of these expansion checklists later on, each of the 5 affiliations is going to have an opportunity to be the low-hanging fruit as we mapped out. So then, when all is said and done, it does balance out. So this will be interesting. So we've got new X-Files, new checklists being put to the test, and season 5 expansion cards also being put to the test. And with any luck, we'll see some of the new additions to the upcoming 2nd edition of the season 4 expansion. There are 15 new additions to that expansion that's going to be released very soon. And you guys are going to be just stress testing a few of the new cards that are in there. There's some that are variation on a theme of existing cards that we all know, but there's also some very unique effects in there. So I'm hoping we'll see some of those as well. So you guys are really testing out 3 expansions tonight in effect. So that's a lot of ground to cover, but I'm very excited because that means we hopefully will have a lot to roll out this year.
Hopefully so. Keep these notes this time.
Yeah, and I hope not to lose them. Good Lord, if I do. But yes, before I head backstage and let you guys get started, I do want to thank Dax Golding for doing the mock-ups for the draft. I want to thank Dax Golding for doing the drafts of these cards that we are using. So Dax did all the legwork on this expansion, and so he has been able to provide us with the images that you're using, so we'll be able to see them as you guys are playtesting. So that Dax, thank you for all the hard work that you've done for this expansion and everything X-Files CCG related.
Also, did Guillaume do the X-Files?
Yes, actually, Guillaume did the X-File, the 41 X-Files that you guys chose from for this. He did the checklist as well, so I did want to thank him. And he'll be also you'll be seeing some of his beautiful artwork for the upcoming 2nd edition of the season 4 expansion once we get that released, which I'm hoping will be in just a month or so, because really as soon as we playtest these few new editions, then it should be we'll be able to do a first print run of it, see how it looks, and then I'm really hopeful that before we head into summer, that 2nd edition will be available. So I'm really excited about that. It's on the horizon. And season 5, as soon as we wrap up playtesting, which I'm hoping will be by the summer, I really hope by the time we get to the
hopefully
fall.
so.
Season
You
5
said
will be ready
18
to go.
games so far, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, this first of 4 X-File checklist expansions will also be available ideally before the year is out. I can't imagine anything holding up that, because it's a very small expansion compared to some of these bigger ones that we've rolled out. So with any luck, we're going to be seeing 3 expansions released in 2025. So very exciting year. Lots of good stuff.
I just wanted to say, because you asked about what we thought of the X-Files, not just the checklist and all, but the cards are gorgeous.
They are, right?
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and I'm going to be putting them up on screen when they're revealed at the end of this episode, so we can see the 2 that you guys have chosen. And again, shout out to 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 for doing the beautiful artwork for this. And you'll see that when we were trying to come up with the color template for these, we looked to the colors that we applied for the 2nd edition of season 4 and what was applied to the unreleased Scully expansion. And we're like, well, we're making a checklist of season 3 and 4. What color is appropriate? And then when we couldn't find one, we finally thought, well, why don't we just blend them together and see what happens? And the end result is the beautiful cards that we're going to see at the end of this playtest. So I'm very excited to show the viewers who are tuning in just what to expect. And if you want to stay up to date on this, be sure to join our Discord community, the link for which is in the description below. That's where you can stay apprised of all things X-Files CCG, when we're scheduling our games, when these expansions are going to be available. And of course, we do buy, sell, and trade a lot of times in there. And we talk endlessly about mechanics and stuff, to the point that we sometimes have to mute the channels because there's so much text. Right, Dave?
Oh, just a few.
Just a few instances, not too many. All right, guys, I'm going to head back and let you guys get going. I will be backstage observing the proceedings, taking feverish notes, but do call upon me if you have any questions about any of the new cards that we're going to be stress testing. And have a great game.
Sounds good. All right. Sounds good. Oh, we need tables now. Oh, there they are. We got our tables now.
Got one, and making sure you can see it.
I can. Cool. And I would like to say, first of all, I have not talked to you since the game. I say congratulations on the tournament win. It was very well deserved. But yes, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
And that's why, for people who don't know, I was 0-3 in the pre-tournament stuff, but 2 of the losses were to Dave. So
I felt a little responsible. But hey, you trial by fire. Trial by fire. You got burnt a couple times and then came back swinging. So
yeah, totally changed the deck after that. And then in the final, I kind of stole your team. So I was like,
no, that's okay. No,
but
it was a fun series, but yeah, I definitely do owe you a rematch, because I know we were like, it was the championship that never was, and we want to try to give that a shot. So, but this one is different. It's all X-Files and stuff.
Man, I get to play for fun for the first time, and it's great. It's amazing.
All right, feel free. Go ahead, agent-wise. I'll let you go first. So
I kind of mentioned I'm trying to break stuff. So using the Gundam, and then adding manners with his witness tokens, because mainly trying to test. Yeah, well, and mainly trying to test all eyes lead to the truth, because it's witness based. And if I can get that damn card in this big stack of cards, I'm going to try to make it work. So we shall see. But I'm sure most of the people know what their things are, but it's a very computer heavy and alien investigation heavy deck.
You know what? I think we're gonna have a little bit of a problem here, because mine's pretty close. I've got Langley.
Okay.
I've got 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. I've got Byers, but I have Kresge and Kaleka. So Kaleka pops out there. So it's pretty much the same, except I have a little more punch. There's a little more LRC in here, just because, and there's a little more CRC, because Kresge likes to add 2 and 2, which is nice for a little one guy. And his basic skills are garbage, with his ability to negate healing cards, which brought up the whole problem with off-turn agent thing. But that's it. But Kaleka, I always liked her, because you get 2 tokens on her, and you get to draw some cards. So
I was thinking about using.
Yep.
Well, I was totally thinking about using Fuller and Kaleka as 2 instead of manners. but that'll probably be my next deck. Right now, I'm like, let me see if I can do this, what I want to do. But
Well, yeah, and
again,
that's the thing is I really did want to play with the gunmen because I've always loved. I mean, I love the show. I love the TV show when it was out there, and it was like it was very short lived. A lot thanks to 9/11. Yeah, that was the what are the odds of that happening? A couple weeks before that, literally having an episode with an airplane going for yeah, that was going to doom the series, but it was very short lived and it was great. But let's see, at least there's one. Oh, really? I have no idea. I wasn't even going to put a token on him. That's how I was not even going to worry about that.
yeah,
But
I mean, Kresge, the only use is the thinker with him, as far as I can tell, other than his,
yeah,
taking some
and yeah,
combat.
the fact is he's also a 1, so he just
Right.
fits in because the way that they're 18. So literally you're looking at 18 and 2, and there's
Yeah.
only you've got manners, and then yeah, it's you don't get, and then of course we have that one.
Which one is
that
that?
that is my custom
Oh,
card.
nice.
That was the custom card that was made by Dax. Again, great, awesome. And it was based on Burke because I'm a computer guy and I break computer stuff. And the only thing is I did Dave Meyer is the grand procrastinator biography. Sure, I'll get that to you tomorrow. And that was pretty much that was word for word what I said. He's like, what do you want for your biography? I'm like, don't worry about it. Get it for you tomorrow. He's like, that's perfect. I'll use that. So. But yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
I got that. I'm very happy with that. That came. I was very happy. Still, I'm looking forward to the cut. I'm looking forward to my deck on the board. That's I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I heard you got a pretty crazy one too. You got a bunch of weird, crazy cards on.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't even your deck.
I was just like, oh, put some Twin Peaks cards in there. Fuck it.
No,
Yeah,
I would full on my deck because it's 99. I made sure that deck had 99 cards in it. I had one X-File. I had 99. I had the agents, and so it all equaled to 100. So I knew that it was like I'm like, here's the layout. Here's my scanned version of my signed cards, and so I'm looking forward to it because it's a lot of the cards I had. It's all my stuff. But it's I think it's pretty cool. It'll have to go up next to my ultra rares on the wall.
Awesome. Yeah, and the Twin Peaks CCG thing that Steven's mentioning, I really want to do a Millennium expansion because there's so much cool shit you could do with that.
Yeah. Millennium, another one that was very short-lived,
Yeah.
Right on the heels of X-Files. But all right, let's see if we can do what we can do with this card game. So you remember, I'm an old man. I got to go to bed.
You want to pick a number, roll a dice? What you want to do?
Sure, I got this again. I still have Don't Give Up. It's Phil Fest. So you want Phil or no Phil?
I'll take Phil. I like Phil.
All right, here goes. It is no Phil.
All right.
You get a choice. I'm going to do this the right way. You get a choice. Would you like to go first? Draw your cards. Draw your 7.
Oh, okay.
First?
You know what? I'm going to hold on to these. I'll go second.
You go second. All right, cool. Yeah, and that's always the thing is I've always thought was interesting is we've always done that though. Like you get to go first, regardless of what you have. Like you could get really bad cards, and in your case, you probably got a bunch of conspiracy cards that you want to punch me in the face with right away. So I will go first then because I don't have the choice at this point. I've got 7. I will draw my 8th to start, and I will do some stuff. These guys actually do get 6. I get 2 for Langley. I get 2 for Frohickey. I get 2 for Byers, but then the other 2 losers don't help me at all. So that puts me up to 11. But then again, that they're only little 1 guys, so not really too worried about those guys. Do I want to buy any cards? I do not want to buy any cards. Yes, it is. I did that for the tournament. That was I got that right before my tournament game with Kurt.
Okay, so what's your resource at currently?
6, as is yours.
Okay.
Oh, 11 total. I'm at 11.
11. Okay, gotcha. So I'm going to buy 1 card.
1 card.
Yeah, I need to get some. You see my deck. I need to get through these cards. I'm going to be a buying and selling fool.
Fair, that's fair. All right.
Oh wait, shit! I can sell cards too, can't I?
Yes. You should have done
Oh,
that
wait,
before you
okay.
bought one.
Yeah, my bad. This
That's
shows where
fine.
I'm at.
Put that one to the
Dude,
side.
just like it's the last game I played was Kurt, and I've been working since then. So I'm
Oh
just like,
no, that's I understand. It's
you know what? Never mind.
before I started playing like recently in these recent years, it had been 15 years since I played. So it's been a while.
100.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what he's got. Okay. I got that one. I got that one. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. All right, let's see. Trying to see what we want to do here. All right, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, first of all, we are going to. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't go through the stages. This is the Steven method of teaching the game to people who haven't watched it before. And we have to remember ourselves. I have briefed myself. I got myself my I got myself my resources. I bought my cards, which I didn't want any. You bought your cards, which you did. I have nobody to heal. Nobody wants to heal. Requisition. I don't requisition anything. I burn shotguns. I don't equip them. But I'm going to deploy. They're all going to go to the field, which is we're going to call this the field. Hooray! And they're going to go hang out in the field right now. Then we're going to do some case assignment. And that case assignment is going to involve playing a Loudoun County, Virginia. I'm not going to know which set these are from. So Steven, I'm just going to be playing these cards, and if they're from the new set, if they're from the Scully set, don't know. I'm not going to tell you. But this is a Loudoun County, Virginia, computer 4. Scully set. See, there we go. Rain Man over there. I'm going to play that one, and I'm also going to play. That's Motive. I'm also going to play. Where's the other one I wanted? I'm also going to play Fairfax County, Virginia, and that's a nice black and white copy since I needed a second one and I didn't have one. And that's only for one, and that is a Computer 5 or Evidence Collection 5.
Okay. So Loudoun County is a 4 computer?
Loudoun County is a 4 computer and a Motive. Okay. The other one's a 5 computer, 5 Evidence, and that's a Motive or Result.
I'm going to put this guy on the 5er.
Oh, the Fairfax?
Fairfax. And I'm going to put this on Loudoun County.
Okay, that one's going to be on Loudoun County. We're going to put that one on Loudoun County. We got four. Yeah. I'm not crazily worried at the moment because I'm going to see what we can do. So we're going to do this. We are going to do. Okay, Little Langley is going to go there by himself, and this whole honking group is going to go over this one. Okay. And first of all, which site do we want to go to first? We're going to go this one. We're going to go to Fairfax County and see what you got over there. What you got on there? What's over there?
That is going to be too close to the truth.
It is too close to the truth.
To play this card to allow you to exchange conspiracy pools with your opponent. Which isn't much. I would get 5 instead of 4.
Feel free.
All right. So I'm going to pay the 2 to play it and then switch it so that you get.
Oh, yes. Actually, so then I would get 2 then.
Yeah, you would have 2 and I would have 5.
You would have 5. There we go. I'm still there.
Yep. You are still there. And I'm going to spend 2 to play Rejuvenating Caves, because why the hell not?
Fair enough.
And
right.
You're going to ask a question.
I'm gonna ask a question. Right. Okay, we're gonna hang out over there doing a thing. And it's a motive or a result. And it's computer 5, and I clearly have computer.
Oh yeah.
I actually have a computer 6 at that site because of Byers and Frohicke. Kresge,
Yep.
of course, is helping out Nada. Neither is Collectible. Okay. Okay. There's a motive or a result. Let's see what our two best. All right. Well, I know that results of death early is like a big, like maybe it'll be that, but it's not going to be that, because I'm going to go, is your result physiological?
It is not.
It is not. All right, cool. I'm actually kind of glad about that. But physiological is a 9-ball, so that's why I figured.
It is. Oh, is that the go? Okay, good to know.
Yep. Physiological.
Mark these off so I know where you're at as well.
Yep. Physiological. Wow, look at that. Knocked 3 evolutionary off the gate. Physiological. Hooray. That's number 1. All right. Well, that's 9 down.
Yep.
All right. We're not going to do anything else with that site. We're going to discard it. All right. Let's see what we're going to do with that guy over there. Do we want to actually shove him over there? Yes, we do. We're going to go and let's send little.
Well, I mean, he's Langley. He's got an instant bluff kill. So it's going to be shoot at the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, and it's one agent your choice receives damage equal to their LRC value and is inflicted with the keyword insanity. The inflicted keyword remains the healing thing that will deal.
Sure, I'll take it. He's just getting insanity. He takes 1 damage.
Takes 1 damage. He's insane.
He takes one damage. And he's going to go down to 4. So
you used Langley, so it didn't matter. I was like, maybe I can get, I don't know, somebody else a little bit more damage.
Yeah, and he's got insanity now. So just remember, he's got insanity. I got to remember. I don't know. This makes him insane. They're a little green bean on his face.
Okay. That's good, because now I have some insanity cards that I have.
There you go. Right, cool.
So we'll see if this big deck actually can do something. So let's ask a question, sir.
All right, that one's a motive this time.
Right.
Oh, I have absolutely no idea how to work this one. Okay. Motive, survival.
Minus 3. So I have no conspiracy pool now.
I'm going to say, is your motive control? Hang on here. I got to see if I'm right. No. I want to. No. I'm doing this backwards. What am I doing? I'm looking at.
Oh, you're using the old one?
No. I'm looking at this backwards. I'm looking at things I've already knocked off, like for physiological, instead of going offset, which I should offset versus. And I'm not learning anything at all. What's my highball for this one? That is it. It's still gonna. I'm still gonna ask. Is your motive control?
It is not.
It is not control.
Nope.
All right. This is 2. So I'm gonna do control. Whole bunch of controls. All right. But what I do want to do is do this.
15 off.
Yeah. Okay, that one's gone. Okay, that was the only one that matched with the other one. All right. And I'm going to make sure that I don't do the thing that I've done in the past by accidentally overshooting. Okay. And yeah, of course, I'm not going to guess. That's silly. I never guess. Not early. And plus, we're testing these things. We don't want to see. So right now, yeah, I do agree with you. I kind of want to see the gunman break. Because I know that there are some changes that we want to make to the gunman. I think we want to do something with. I thought we did some modifications to the gunman already. I'm not sure if that actually happened yet.
I'm glad you brought that up, Dave, because yes, we're gonna be playing with those modifications in place for this one.
Sure. What you got? What's the modifications?
With regards to Langley and 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, you cannot play their respective event card at the site that they are already investigating. So you like, so you can split them up, and then you can play 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's event card at one site. You can have 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 investigate the other site and use the effect there.
Now, here's the question on that. So if 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's at the site, you're saying I can't use 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e� at the site? No, but if the token's gone, I got to be able to use it. Yeah, because you cannot hobble them. That you say, oh, you can't use once the token's not there, you still can't do that. That's okay. They have to use their ability.
We're gonna play it out that way. Let's because we want to see.
Yeah, no. That's I say that you can't say that if they're at the site they can't use their ability on a card that's unrelated to them just because their picture's on it. They got the same effect, but I don't. Yeah. But I can't say that because 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's at a site, I can't use a 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 card at the site to negate an event that would kill 𝐗-𝐷i𝐥e𝐬. I said I think that you can't, because that's the one thing. It's like that's like saying, well, you can't bring in anything that helps Mulder when Mulder's at a site. I think it's a little bit.
It's just like you can still play No One's So Paranoid. It's just though that
still it gets too granular. I don't know about that. I think
we'll give it a shot.
I think if there's a token, because the problem is if the full team's there, I cannot use Langley or I cannot use 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. I do not like that. I do not think that's right.
Well, we'll try it out, because then we will see, like, is that because we're the thing we've been battling with these gumming cards is that with Langley and 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e� specifically, are they too powerful because they come with the built-in negate bluff and the built-in negate
change their effects on the cards. That's the only thing I can say, because you can't basically just say, well, they're going to be like, hey, he's sending the whole team there. He won't be able to negate a bluff, or I mean that's just not right. It's open season for the team then.
I would make one caveat to that also. Yeah. If you're going to do it where you can't use their thing, then 6 seems a little high.
Yeah.
Then a 6 is with that built in.
No, well, right now it's a 6. You're right now a 6 on these cards with their abilities, and then you're saying that you can't use 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e�. I mean, that would make me never use these guys.
Yeah,
I would never use these guys if I could not use my staple cards to defend myself.
Okay.
Now, I think that's a disservice to them, just solely because the fact is they're agents I would use, but when you have that much of a caveat on that you cannot use a 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 on a site with 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e� on it, I think it's sure thematically 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's not going to come say 𝐗-𝐷i𝐥e𝐬, but that's the thing is you can't say, well, Mulder on a card can't come. It's just, I think it gets too granular and gritty saying that you can't use staple cards in the game to defend myself. So I have to let my team die because it has 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 on it. So if you decide to come in with an event that wipes me out, that I can't use anything to debate or to defend myself, I think that's a problem. I think that's
I would agree with that for this cost, because if my team is 3 people and then a smaller agent or a couple of ones, then and I can't use 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e�, then I would just not use them.
Okay.
Your language. So if they were like 5s and my team was 15, I could have another 5 or a 3 and a 2 or something. Then maybe you can't use it. But at a 6 to where, and you can't use that, it just kind of it kills the. And that's also one of those things where I do get it, where you're sitting there and 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's is in trouble and an event gets played. 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e� can't save himself. It's like, well, no, but he could do his little freaking karate or whatever and fix an event. So it's like it would,
I do agree with. I wouldn't mind that if they have a token, you can't. You have to use the token first. If they are without a token, I think they need but you can't say that if I use that and you're like, okay, well now you pulled that token. A lot of times we play cards to draw tokens out. Like we want somebody to say, okay, we're gonna throw this little Weasley little guy to get burked to drop his token, and then we're gonna throw the big guns at him. Now,
what about like in the same turn? You can't play a 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e� card. You can't play like the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e� token effect and the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e� event card in the same turn.
See, that still gets too granular, because the problem is if I have the resources to do it, And he's sitting on this going, I've got one event I know I'm going to snake out and I'm going to do this. If you have another 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, you have another 𝐗-𝐷, that's great. But now you just burned a 𝐗-𝐷, a token, just to make the site work. And now it's one less card in your deck. And he's without a token. Now he can get it mailmaned back, but still, it's one of those things where I don't like the idea of how, like, I don't mind it. Yes, you have to use the token before you use the card. I kind of would do that anyway, because I'd probably try to mailman them back anyway. But
so use the token before the card.
Yeah, that's what I would do. But I can't, saying that you can't use Langley on a Langley site. If my team consists of this team and I send them all, I can't use a 𝐗-𝐷i𝐥e𝐬, I can't use a Langley to defend myself at that site. I don't like that, because right now they're fodder for anything, because I can't stop them. I can't stop a bluff. I can't stop an event that would kill them.
Well, you can with their current tokens.
With their current tokens, but you didn't say that. You said that if they investigate the site, you were looking at the whole idea anytime they were at a site. The problem is, if this is one full team investing a computer site, I can't use a Langley or a 𝐗-𝐷i𝐥e𝐬 to defend myself. I don't think that's right.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay. Okay, cool. So, but yeah, other than that, yes, we're carrying back on. I'm off at that point. And let's see, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 cards. I turn it over to you.
Okay. I have 5 cards, so I'm good.
Okay.
So going into the briefing phase, drawing the free card that is stuck to the top over here. All right, generating resource. 2, 4, 6, nothing from manners. Giving me 11.
How's Mardi Gras, by the way? I know you're always busy during Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras was, everything has been a clusterfuck lately. I mean, it really has been.
I can imagine. So
it was also really weird, because since the New Year's Eve attacks, everything just got really.
Yeah, but New Orleans kind of bounces back. They've been through floods. They've been through pretty bad stuff, and they always have a tendency of bouncing back. I'm a foodie, so I love New Orleans. I've been there 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, no, it's I think it's good now. Now there's just it was because Mardi Gras was right after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so that was just it was just a shit show. It was like
because that would you had stacks, you had things stacked events. No, that's not good.
Next year's WrestleMania after it, so it's a whole.
I did see that. I did see it. Yeah. Let's go. So all right. So what are you buying? You buying any cards?
I'm looking to see the cost of some stuff, because I'm used to like having somebody to pay for sites. So I'm just trying to make sure what I have. Okay, I'm going to buy 2 cards, and you are free to sell.
Okay. That's actually, I actually have something. Sadly, I'm going to have to sell. I don't know. Once again, is this Scully or is this not Scully? The cigarette smoking man extinguished.
I think that's Scully, right?
I think it might be. I don't know. I can never tell.
Or the season 4 one, I want to say.
Oh, it might be season 4. It's got an X4 on it. Does X4 mean that's season 4? I don't know. But cigarette smoking man extinguished. I didn't know how many government or master adversaries you had there. But since you did kind of prune out my my CP pool, I do need to replenish it. So I'm going to sell that for 5. Okay. I'm going to hang on to these guys. I'm going to sell that for 5, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to buy any cards, though.
Okay.
Let's see. 4, 5. So that puts me up to 7 CP.
Okay. So, no requisition, no healing. So we'll go to the whatever it's called, deployment. And move to the field. All right, I'm going to play 2 sites.
I'm
going to pay 2 for the Metro Diner, which is a computer 4+. It may ask 1 result question.
Got it.
And I'm going to pay 1 for Fairfax County, which is a computer 5 plus.
So are you going to do the same thing I did?
We shall see, because I think you're going to play a little bit better because your hands. I got nothing to negate your last one, so we shall see.
We'll see how that goes. Okay, so we're going to put this. We're going to put this bluff here on Fairfax.
Okay.
That'll go on Fairfax. So the 5 CP one, or the 5 computer one. And that's a Fairfax was computer or what? What was it?
Computer or evidence.
Evidence. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that my other card does not work at the moment. So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna do this. I should have played this. I should have played this earlier because it's. I do want to play. It's the red letter. I'm gonna play this.
Oh,
it is one of the newer ones, I think.
Yeah.
Place this card next to your X-File. Once during each of your opponent's briefing phases, you may examine the top card of your bureau deck. You may choose to discard the card or return it to the top of the bureau deck. So it's kind of nice. So I can kind of do a little peek and reveal, look at something. Now, granted, it's definitely something that I like the one I'm always talking about, those timing cards. It's definitely one of those things where it's kind of like the whole idea of let's play Rejuvenating Caves like right away, and then so you can use it, or not Rejuvenating Caves, but the other
from the FBI,
friend of the FBI. It's kind of the same thing. Like this one, what I would have done is I would have basically gone pow, but the problem is I don't know how. I don't like that. So it's just I'm prepping it for the future. So future rounds I'd use it.
It would normally, I mean, if you played it right off the bat, then you would be able to check your card, your top
during your briefing.
You can figure if you're going to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's also you can prune, like say it's a sight card and you didn't want a sight card, you just like, all right, let's throw that little guy in the bottom, or maybe it's just a garbage card you don't want. But I do like the idea of being able to look and see. It's kind of like I'm looking into the future, I'm seeing what I got, but it's only during your briefing phase. You may examine the top card. Yeah, so I just got to remember on that one.
Okay, so it's only during the briefing phase?
Yeah, it says, so once during each of your opponent's briefing phases, you may examine the top card of your bureau deck. You may choose to discard it or return it to the top of the deck. So either A, I'm going to get rid of it, or I'm going to keep it. Most likely I'll keep it, but most likely I want to see how it works. Oh, and speaking of, this is my X-File, because the fact is we got imaginary X-Files right now.
Yeah. All good.
So I will put that will be my X-File. But that's what I've done. That's my
turn.
What
are you at CP wise now after that? Because I don't know how much the regular.
I have 4. I'm sorry, I have 4. It's hiding behind Dave's table, isn't it?
Okay, gotcha.
Come in. There it is. There we go. We'll slide it over.
Okay.
There you go. 4.
So this might be a terrible idea. Oh, that's what this. I was confused with this was. These are off. Sorry, I keep these tokens are moving off. Okay, so Langley is going to go to Fairfax County alone.
Fair enough.
And 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, Byers, and Manners are going to go to Metro Diner.
Gotcha. All right, so they can go to the Metro. So which one would you like to go to first?
All right. You had Fairfax was the one with the bluff, right?
That's correct.
All right.
Oh no, it's the Fairfax, the one that's 5.
Okay.
So you're going to try to use Byers' little thing, aren't you?
Langley's little thing. Well, the Byers side, yeah.
Byers, where you can you're trying to help him over there because
we shall see how this works out.
All right. Well, okay, we're going to go there, and I'm going to actually play Instant Message from Beyond for 2.
Ooh.
Now, granted, this one may get negated because most likely it will, because play to increase the psych prerequisite by 1 point for each agent in the team that has a computer skill value. He does, so it would put it to 6.
Yes.
So even with Byers' helper is only 1, and I think we've come to once per turn. I don't think we can.
Yes, it is once per turn.
Yep. So he could get to 5, but he can't get to 6.
Okay. I am going to keep Langley's token.
Okay.
And accept that it's at 6.
All right, it's at 6. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, I will keep that there for now. It is at 6.
Okay. So I'm going to use Manners' token.
Fair enough.
To go through and find And this is going to take a while, so apologies. So I'll tell you
That's
what I'm
fine.
going to get.
No, good.
Oh, now she's right here.
Okay.
Esther Nairn, aka 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
Oh, there you go.
And she is going to be Langley's little partner right here.
Okay, you got to pay for her though.
Yeah, so that's going to be 3. And she is a place 3 tokens on this card. Discard a token to add 2 to one computer skill check. You may discard a token once per turn. Discard this resource when all tokens have been removed. Esther Nairn may apply her skills once during combat if applicable.
Cool.
Which, after talking with Steven, because I was like, that's a little wonky. That is, if there is someone that uses a computer for their CRC/LRC.
Well, yeah, that's Ursula. That's Ursula. Yeah.
But it's not. That's
no,
it's
not.
It's the machine. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Ursula actually, that new card from, what is it, 5 or 4?
It's this one. It's 5.
Oh, it is 5. Yeah. So yeah, this adversaries only target agents with computer or cellular phone. So yeah, it says damage the long range combat may be split among multiple. Okay, so yeah, we have debates on that. That's the question, is we have that in the deck to see if it'll work.
I think that she should be able to fight that one personally. So I think there should be some errata.
I would agree. I would agree with that.
Shove this in the
but
middle.
does she have computer skill?
Yes. She would basically be 2 per turn, I guess. But there's 3 tokens, so I don't know if that would make it 6 or it would make it.
Oh yeah,
however
so that
many
would be.
turn.
But the problem with that is that Ursula really doesn't help, because he wouldn't kill her because she doesn't have health. Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. But yeah. So yes, feel free to use those.
All right. I will use a token from her to make a 6 computer now.
You do have a 6 computer, and actually you get to ask that question because I don't have anything for that one.
All right. So let's see if this works, Steven. So.
All right.
I'm going to play, I guess I'll play this after. So I'm going to ask the question first, which is motive or result.
Sure.
And I'm just going to go with what you did, because you have the cheat sheet.
Fair enough.
Is the results physiological?
It is not.
Okay.
So I will do the same thing I did before. And I'm making yours black, so I know the difference between yours and mine.
Yep.
This one. All right.
It's weird seeing DPO as a X-Files.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, he should have been though.
Yeah, absolutely. It's cool. I'm just like, wow. Okay.
So Bite Me is gone. Instant message from beyond. I do like that, especially with the computer heavy decks. Especially with these guys, I knew that was going to come out. So that's 100%. Why I figured that you might have the gunman, because it is a fun one to play with. So.
Okay. So I'm gonna leave these guys open to get fucked next turn, but I'm gonna pay 2.
Sure.
Because we're playtesting to play All Lies Lead to the Truth.
All right.
So play this card after a single agent successfully investigates the site and a witness contribute to the skill check, both correct. You may guess the identity of your opponent's X-File without incurring a penalty question. Additionally, you may search your bureau deck and add 1 keyword healing card in your hand. If the card is immediately playable, you may do so for 0 cost.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to first off just ask a question, because why not? Or ask who you might be.
Oh, and then go to the other site. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or are you thinking you're not going to guess you can guess my
Can I guess the X-File after I ask the other question if I get to ask it, or does it have to be done right after it?
For what?
That's a Steven question, I guess.
The All Lies Lead the Truth?
Yeah.
No, it says that you have to successfully investigate it first.
Which I did for Fairfax County.
True. You successfully investigated it, and you're in the process of your investigation is part of the asking and stuff. Now, that was also the question with Mrs. Mulder, because I know that Nathan a lot of times will play it where he'll ask the question, play Mrs. Mulder, and then ask another one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think you have to go through the process of getting that, and you've successfully done it. You've successfully investigated. You've got answers, be it yes or no. But then yes, then that would roll into the next one. So either A, you ask with a penalty, which would be silly, or you would just ask with that card without having any penalty from me.
Okay.
But you've already asked the physiological. The next step would be, would you like to ask what my identity is on the card? And you would say yay or nay on that.
Oh, I see. So you play all. Okay, so it's just yes. All right.
Yeah.
So I guess
you go through the whole process, and then you consider it, because it gets a little wonky if you try to interweave stuff. But I think you could if you tried.
So I would be asking just one if your X-file is a certain one, and that would not lead to a penalty question.
That's what all lies to lead to the truth. It's just basically you're taking a shot from the dark, but that is a great card for later on when you're getting really close. But it's also really cool to play right now to see what it would work.
Well, I just happen to have it, so I'm like, let me go ahead and do it. So I'll just ask an X if you have a certain X-file.
Sure.
Which I'm going to say is your X-file Betty the Talking Tattoo?
It is not.
Okay. All right. I like that card.
Excellent, John. So you had Esther Nairn contribute to the computer skill check. So she contributed one of her tokens, and you had Langley. Was it Langley that did that, right?
Yes.
Correct. Excellent. Very nice. That's actually, I think it got played today during Guillaume's game. I think he gave me a brief recap earlier, and I think that card got played. But if also he played in an earlier playtest that I saw, so seems to be the card is functioning as intended. Did you have any thoughts after?
Yeah, later in the game it's going to be great. And
the later the better.
You're a healing card also.
Yeah,
because you can do that. And
I did forget that Guillaume and staff were playing their time, which was earlier, because I thought they were playing 8. So I thought we were fighting with them. I'm like, that's why I was trying to go with it.
It was 2:00 our time, and I was actually on the service desk at that point. Otherwise, I would have tuned in while I was at work. But I was not right smack dab in the middle of it. I could not watch it, so I'm going to watch probably tomorrow. But yes, it was a very fruitful one, which is on Guillaume's YouTube channel. The link's in our Discord. Yeah. So anyway, good feelings on All Lies Lead to the Truth. Yes,
I like it.
Yes.
Yeah, it also makes you use witnesses, which I have a tendency to not. I do on occasion, but they're very few and far between. So,
and it's a little easier now that you have these witness resources that you can have in play, and then whenever that All Lies comes up, then great, this all works out now. So you can have them contribute. And then, perfect. It's harder to do when you have those one and done witnesses only. Yeah. So, but it'd still be interesting if someone ever plays a buyer's witness card and then that gets the all lights. Nice bonus points right there. So one other question I wanted to throw out, since you guys sort of brought it up. Should 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 goes viral, which did not get played, but you brought it up anyway. Do you think that should also target witnesses that have a computer modifier as well?
I don't know if it really. Well, there's no health on them though, unless there's health on them.
One thing, like it would not necessarily target for damage, but if they're in play, they get the card also says if they have an equipment card with a computer modifier, like the desktop computer or the laptop computer, that gets discarded. But should any witnesses in play that have a computer modifier
with
get discarded, do you think?
Yeah, but I think how many? I mean, the thing is, so they're one cell phone. Yeah, that's already the electrical equipment. There's a fairly wide range of electrical equipment.
Not on your end because you always sell it.
Yeah, I usually sell it. But the witnesses, there's just that little tiny chunk. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there's some 1013 witnesses where they have a couple of skills, but you're talking about
but they usually don't usually sit around. They usually don't sit around for long.
Not usually. Invisigoth is one, kind of like the main.
Yeah,
one.
because she's kind of a resource one for while she has the beads.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's room on the card. There's room on the card to say. I mean, it's definitely start getting real kind of granular with it
A little bit, yeah.
I don't know. It wouldn't be bad because it's a result card anyway. It's going to be one of those things that it really needs to target a specific site with a specific person. And you did ask result, so it would have worked had I had it, or had I been able to afford it.
So I would say, from my viewpoint, it could be something as simple as if a witness adds to your computer skill, then they can target them.
Yeah, because it would be, that's a good point. Yeah, any witnesses contributing to the skill check are also discarded.
Yeah, not just to the skill check. It has to be computer.
Yeah,
because remember,
you're right. Sorry, any witness,
because you're not really contributing this computer. You're actually
contributing to the computer skill. Yeah. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, okay.
Sure. Another thing. So in season 4, they had a lot of play this witness or it gets discarded or you can negate another one. Esther Nairn might be an negate 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. Like that could be one of her things, or that she can actually fight him. Like, because Byers getting wiped out, I get, but it's one of those things where it's like either she should be instantly negated by that, like it should just have more of a symbiotic relationship.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of them.
Because I had the kill switch event card, which I thought that kind of sort of addressed it, but it's not Esther herself though. Right. So,
But I do think that they should be able to target witnesses that have computer.
Yeah.
Kind of the same way as
that they're contributing. Well, yeah. If the witness is in play, they're going to be contributing more than likely if they have a computer skill check. All right. So, food for thought. All right. So and Esther's got not a whole lot of space, but I mean, I could also alternative if I just wanted to drop her combat thing. So she wouldn't be able to help out with like the living machine necessarily, but if I replace that with she can negate 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
Yeah, I think I don't see her being, I mean, I guess helping the computer teams, but the weird thing about that is it works for you in this case. I don't know if I'd put her in a computer heavy. We're overstacked with computer. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with 10 computers. So, I mean, in that case, it's split and it worked out well. And she's sitting there. But now, where does she go? What does she do now? Is she just sitting out there?
She's a resource.
So but that's always the question. We've always had that weird little.
She has three tokens, and we used one. So when it says when the third token is used, discard this card.
But the question I've always had, so she's currently just kind of floating around in the field or whatnot, or what is she in the bureau? Where is she?
She's in the bureau. So according to the manual says the manual says that the cards that have the active cards are placed in the bureau section. If it doesn't say otherwise, I could find what page it says.
Because that's the one thing that would be slightly strange on that is because that she could then also help them at the other site. I kind of don't really like that idea that she can just. I mean, I don't mind Kevin Morris and whatever getting his stuff when he plays. You're playing globally in something, but for her, she's just now she'll be able to add 2 to their other guys too, right?
Once per turn.
Just like she's a variant of Senator Matheson, the witness from exactly verbatim.
So cool. Nothing. So she could not help the other team, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah. So other than the last little stipulation that she can lend her skills in combat, but as I was throwing out there, I could replace that with she.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not bad that she helps because. I mean, you're sticking her with computer. She's probably looking at a low-level guy who's not got a lot of punch. So it's not bad to kind of back him up. And it's kind of thematic. She's kind of tough and she's doing some damage. But yeah, I don't know. I guess so. I mean, whatever. Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm not
go either way.
Guy. Yeah, I go either way. So
okay,
right, cool. All right.
The last part of All Lies Into the Truth was to go through the bureau deck and get 1 keyword healing card. And if it can be immediately played, you may do so for 0 cost. So I got Hospital Crash Cart.
Oh, cool.
And we'll put that on just to the side.
Oh, wait. Hospital Crash Cart would have to be played during requisition.
But it does say free at any cost, though. That's the problem
Yeah,
with that
that's
one.
not ignoring activator requirements or anything.
So you could play a healing card, but not
that equipment card.
Yeah, that would be the one.
That's true. Because it'd be like an event card. Okay, but so go into the deck.
Like a successful diagnosis, medical treatment. Right. Yeah, any of the
so like
equipment
be
cards,
something like so I could heal Langley again.
Yes.
Heal Langley in the field. So that would help out. But
yeah.
So then it goes to the hand. You can
you can keep it in your hand, use it next time. So either way, you're getting to fish a card out of there. Yeah. And it doesn't always have to be a healing card. It's just as if you can get something else also included.
Keyword healing. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So that would complete that. So Fairfax goes away.
You get to go to the other one.
You go to Metro Diner.
All right, go to Metro Diner.
Computer 4+. I have 6 computer.
You do have 6 computer.
Do you have anything for 2?
I have nothing for this. Yeah, okay. I still only have 2. I still only have 2 little beans over here, so I'm still running low.
Cool. I am going to go ahead and ask a results question. Then I'm looking to see if that's it. So result question. Asked physiological. I guess the next one would be this. Looks like they have a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Oh, actually, there's a lot of these. I'm going to ask the death question. Is your result death?
It is not death.
There's still a lot of death in this. 10 fucking.
There are 11. Yeah, there's 11 deaths.
There's 11. Okay.
Yeah, so it's still a lot of death. And I know who I am, so I don't need to figure this. There we go. That's 2. That's 2. There you go. So yeah, you still knocked out 19, 20. So you're halfway there. Because what was that? 11 and
9, I think. So I think it's
11 and 9. So that's 20, 21. You knocked me down in half. Just death is a good one still. It's still got 11. So
I was like, there's no way it can be. Oh nope, it's still plenty. All right.
Yeah, there's still a ton of death.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
wouldn't be the X-Files without it.
Yeah.
So is abduction still? Yeah, abduction's still a little light. Manipulation's pretty good. Insanity is also a little light.
That's very light.
Very light. Yeah. 2, 4, 6. So yeah, I guess that'll be my next result question. Okay, so Metro Diner goes away. The debrief phase. I have 6 cards, so I'm good on my end.
I'm down to 3. I still have 3.
All right.
All righty. Well, I will draw my card. Hey, look at. I'm gonna play this guy. Let's see what happens. No, that's actually not horrible. I can see myself using them at some point. Okay, let me get my 6. So I'm going to go from 6. I have 6, 8. So I'm going to go 2, 4, 6. Get myself up to 14. I am going to buy a couple cards. Okay, I'm going to do these guys here. Hang on to that. Let's see. I'll buy 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I got 4 cards.
Okay.
All right, all you.
2 from Rejuvenating Caves. I'm going to sell some cards because I can't do nothing with 2 and I got nothing. So I'm going to sell a Bobby Rich for 4.
Oh, no.
Hospital Crash card because I need some goddamn CP. I think that'll be it. So that'll give me 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It gives me a total of 10. And I will buy 3 cards. And let's see if anything comes out because I have a lot of cards in there.
That was very fortunate that. I mean, granted, you only got rid of 1, but it was one. It was a shot in the dark. I mean,
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
like right now, 20 out. I mean,
Yeah.
if he did another one and it knocked off another result, another whatever, and then you got to ask a question, yeah, you got like one. Yeah, it's a good card. All right. So you are up when you are ready, sir.
okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna play something, and I'm gonna say, okay, so I'm gonna play something first. I'm gonna play. Okay, so right now I've already got my stuff. Got no healing. I got no healing to do at the moment. I'm not gonna requisition anything. Deployment, they're still sticking in the field.
Okay.
But here's the question I have on this one. It says, this one is Dr. Zuckerman. This is where I have a question, because Dr. Zuckerman says, place this witness in the hospital. It's a witness. Hooray, a witness.
Yep. It's
A
the
witness.
hospital crash cart of witnesses.
It is. But the question on this, though, he does not say that agents need to be in the hospital to use his ability.
Well, just like the hospital crash cart, the agent would need to be in the hospital, right?
Well, yeah, but that's the question is, I would, it really, oh, from an agent in the hospital. Never mind, it's on the card.
Okay.
Place this witness in the hospital once per turn during your healing phase. Use this card to gain one of the following effects: heal 1 additional point of damage, remove 1 game effect token, or remove an affiliated keyword, aka insanity.
Yep.
If I decide to do that, so he's going to go hang out over here.
And keep reading.
Oh yeah, it says from an agent in the hospital. And that's why I said that's what
answered your question.
Yeah. But there was the wall of text on there.
There was a wall. Yeah. We really had to condense his quote to fit all that in there.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So he actually, so I paid the 4 to get that. So I still have 6 over here. I'm still happy with that. I am going to do this then. All righty. Now we got to see how these guys break down. All right. Let's see. Okay, that does not help out. There we go. Let's see. What do? They don't have enough for that. Okay, they have that. Man, they kind of do. Okay, that'll work. All right, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna do on my case assignment. I'm gonna play Y-Camp Air Force Base, West Virginia, Alien Investigation 4+. It is a method question. It costs 2 to play that one. And I'm also gonna play. I'm gonna play the oil refinery in Alberta, Canada. Yes, that's the one I'm playing. Oil refining in Alberta, Canada. That is a evidence collection 4 and a motive question. So motive, method, alien investigation, and evidence collection. And so, and you can play bluffs, but before you do that, I'm going to take one of Agent Kaleka's things. Whoops, that was red.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to use her ability to place a token on it, and I can draw a card from the top of my bureau deck. There you go. That's what I've done.
I'm going to play no bluffs.
No bluffs. Uh-oh. You have 2, 4, 6,
I have
7.
7. Yes.
7. All right. Okay. Let's see what happens here. All righty. We have a method and we have a motive. And you have that.
𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
Leave that over there for right now. All right, let's see how this works. I'm going to send those guys there, and we will send. That doesn't work. Where was the? Oh, that was the one. What was that one? Screw it. They're all going here at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. They're all going to go there. They're all going to go there.
All right. And what is the site again?
It's Alien Investigation 4. It's a method question. They have Alien Investigation of 6.
Gotcha. Go ahead and ask away.
Thank you. Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask a method question.
Yep. I did not. You made a smart move by not going to the other sites.
I was worried. With as much as you had, I was worried about Manitou. And so I was slightly worried about Manitou there. And I didn't have enough to really wiggle around that. So I figured I'd go there and lose that. I'd rather lose it than to send somebody there and not have anything to do with it. I was hoping you'd bluff it and keep it on the field. Okay, so we are looking at a method. And where were my method cheat sheets? Method. We are looking at manipulation or all else. But because of everything else I played with already, that's not going to work. Well, manipulation still gets the most, I think, out of that. Let's see, anybody else floating around? Yeah, it's weird looking at the new list, so it's kind of you don't know right out of the gate. Let's see, I want to see if anything grabs onto more that aren't already. There's 2. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6, so I can drop 6 with that. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's still gonna have to be. Is your method manipulation?
It is not.
It is not. Oh. Okay, so
I was just looking. I was fascinated. There's not a lot of violence in this one.
No, violence is still violence is still 8. It's not still 8, but it's 8 on this one.
Yeah.
But that was the one I was very close to choosing it but then manipulation got me 7 versus the 6. Okay, so let's see. So manipulation, and that get his method. I'm still messed up that after all this time, there's still manipulation in a result, and there's also manipulation in method, but it's strange because there's manipulation of evidence and the other ones, but it gets cut off. It's manipulation and manipulation of evidence. But yeah, all right. So I'm still getting you down there, but I'm not going to take a jump because, of course, we're still playing and we want to test these things. And I'm not that close.
I think you're at 19.
But I think I'm getting closer. Manipulation there. Well, I'm actually knocking the crap out of Alien, though. Alien's getting beat up. So, okay. So, no, I'm not going to guess anything. But this card gets killed. This card gets killed. I don't have anything to keep that card out in the field. 2, 4, 6. I have 6 cards. That is the end of my turn.
So, yeah, you're at 19. I'm at 20. So, I'm still right there.
Yep.
All right. I think I have enough cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards again. Okay. Going to briefing. Swiping 1. All right.
Oh, and during your briefing phase, I'm going to look at the top card of my my deck due to the red letter, and I will put it back. Let's see. Well, I will look at it. Yes, I will put it back.
All right. So we're going to add the resources, which is 6, 4, 6. Just verifying that if these guys were still together, like they were in the field like that, they would still be a team, correct?
They're just still. Well, I think you're talking just in case I UTL or something like that, or what?
Something like that. If it's like if a team makes a sciences 4+ check.
I consider them kind of consolidated in the team. They're not still broken up on their own little.
So they kind of like
groups.
got back.
They kind of just
yeah.
go and just like, okay,
They went back to the mulch shop.
They went back to the motel. They're back at they're all meeting up at the motel, whatever. I think if they're in the field, they are currently a team of a big bulky team,
Okay.
and then they split up to go to the sites.
So I'm going to spend this time to then spend 1 to play aura photography. If a team makes a sciences 4+ skill check, add 5 tokens to the resource pool.
Okay. I'm still going to sell my stuff though. I'm gonna.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I am going to sell. I don't know why this card is here. I think I added it just for the heck of it. I'm getting rid of Liberty Plaza, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's a Sciences 4. I'm not really super science heavy. And I'm going to sell the shotgun. So I'm going to sell myself because of course I need to sell my shotgun. I'm kind of tempted to keep this. Nope, I'm selling ambush. I'm selling my 1 combat card. So I'm selling for 10. I need to get some of those back. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 to get myself to 12. Ugh. Here, I'll push them in the middle. Get up here and get above my. There we go. Go in the middle.
Was that a combat card from the current set or what?
Oh yeah, it's ambush. It's from the premiere.
Yeah, interesting.
But ambush works because they have subterfuge. So
That's true,
I was like, just in the off chance that you threw something at me with long range, I could knock it out before it hit me and then negate it, which is helpful because it works. And it's also, I could sell it. That's the only reason I did it. And so I got a bunch. I am going to 2, 4, and let's see. I want to hang on to that. Yeah, I'm gonna buy 4 cards. 3 cards. I'm gonna buy the one that I looked at, and then 2, 3. Oh, neat.
And then what's your conspiracy at right now? It looks like this. Was it 5?
2, 4, 6. Oops, hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Oof,
I got 9. Currently I have 9. Let's see. Dave Table is in the way. Curse Dave Table. There we go. That's what I got.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't work either.
I'm at that thing where
Oh, that's actually kind of neat. I like that one.
Okay, so I'm going to move everybody to the field.
Into the field. They're already in the field, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm going to pay 1 for Ruskin Dam. Is that what you just played? Ruskin Dam with Alien 5+, Medical 5+.
No, I don't have medical. I won't put medical in there just solely because it's like, even if it's computer, evidence. Yeah, I was like, all right. You said that's evidence and
Alien Investigation 5+ or Medical 5+.
Okay. Oh,
and it is motive or result.
All right. Okay. All right, we are going to do this. I am going to bluff that. Oh, bluff that.
All right. I'm gonna let's go ahead and unbluff it, sir.
You're gonna see a laser barrier. I will pay the 1 for the laser barrier to. It's gonna say. I'm just gonna say whoever has the highest alien investigation, which I think is.
Well, so I have not used his.
You have not, but I have to still go through the whole rigmarole.
Oh yes, yeah.
I would say whoever is your adversary.
3 of them for alien investigation. With all of them have 2.
2, and that's still a 5 though, right? So yeah, that's why
it's 5, like
yes. It's so I would say yes. I would say let us see if 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 cannot help. How about that?
Okay.
he cannot help with the alien investigations if you choose not to negate it.
I will have to use Langley's token.
Sounds like a plan. I had a feeling you were going to do that.
Yeah, because I forgot that. Yeah, I used the wrong prereq, but we'll see if we can make it through here.
All right.
Whoops.
I didn't.
Whoops.
Let's see. This is why I was hanging on this one. So you're still there. Let's see
still
what
there.
I can do. Let's see if you found yourself an X. Because I've got abduction. I'm going to spend my 6 on it. And hope to God that you don't have something to stop it. But abduction, because you played alien investigation, this would place one of your agents on the team. I would probably take 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 again. That agent is placed 10 cards down in your deck, face up. It says in the owning player's bureau deck, any equipment the agent has is discarded. When the agent card reaches the top of the deck, the agent is immediately moved to the hospital, undamaged. This card does not initiate combat.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I think this would work.
Okay,
Manor's token to get Marcus Aurelius belt would then negate an alien adversary, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's an alien. It's not a. I don't think it's. I don't think there's anything out there. But yeah, I mean,
might as well like an instant, like, nope, you can't do anything, can't do whatever. Like
no.
So
you can. Yeah, you.
Well, you actually got it great because I was gonna try to use Mrs. Mulder if I got this right, but now I can't go get her anymore.
There we go. Make you burn it. Oh, double check those keywords. It says it says adversary, alien, and phenomena. So I don't know, unless Aurelius doesn't get rid of the phenomena.
So that's let me see.
This is adversary, alien, phenomena.
Let's get this.
Phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do. We're killing time. Do 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 do.
You get one alien creature, so it's not a creature.
Oh,
right?
It's not. It is not a creature.
Okay. So I will undo that, and then
if you want to undo that, leave that.
Who do you?
It would be 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 because he's got the kung fu skills.
Would he lose his token, or is he just going to get abducted with his token?
No, I'd say I would say he does not lose his token. Just put it off to the side. Remember that he still has that because I'm not going to take that from him. He goes 10 down in the deck, and he would lose any equipment attached to him. But
none of that. No, I did not have an X for that one, and that's interesting.
I figured with that many cards. Well, and also the good thing about that is whatchamacallit wouldn't work either. Evasive maneuvers because it's non-phenomena. So
that's the thing is that's like I'm trying to remember. There's a specific card for phenomena. That negates a phenomena one.
Yeah, of course, Stephen.
Erlenmeyer Flask.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but it's alien, whatever one.
No, that's that. Oh, yeah, that is hell money. That's right.
Oh, money. Yes, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he is down there. So now I'm at Alien Investigation 4. Okay, but I still have Manor's token, which let me see if I have anybody to do anything for alien. I don't know if I do.
I don't know. That seems like it was a kind of it's a 6. So that was kind of one of the ones where I would I don't know if I would have stuffed somebody in there, but maybe. And that with a Manor's deck, you could throw a million witnesses in there and then be jack of all trades with it. But then the fact
most of other than the gates, I didn't really put anybody else in. But
you have the Invisigot though.
Yeah, but she's just computer.
Yeah, that's fair.
So this is one. I'm looking to see if I can do anything else while I'm on this.
That was pretty much just my attempt to stay ahead of that because I was like, I had it sitting in my hand from turn 1. And I'm like, you're not going to alien investigation. I'm like, oh no, I'm never going to be able to play this.
So I'm going to play one card and it has nothing to do with it. It's just a play.
Sure.
I'm going to spend the 4 to play deep cover assignment on Langley.
Okay.
Play on an agent with a subterfuge skill of 1+. Place 2 tokens on this card. While this card is in play, teams containing the agent may not be affected by keyword primordial cards. And your opponent must play with all primordial cards in their hand face up on the table. Remove a token each of your debriefing phase.
Sure.
So yeah.
I have no primordials at this point, but I will. If I do have it, you'll have to remind me. But I do like those cards. I think those are kind of neat. So
the funny part is, I think
I might have primordial in here. I have absolutely no idea.
Well, and we'll go to the debriefing. So yeah, so this will get discarded because I cannot make it.
I'm glad.
I will take one of these cards off, so I have one of these left.
So wait, no, you would lose that now?
It seems like it says remove a token during each of your debriefing phases, and then that would be the if I played it last time. It seems like this would be the debriefing phase.
Yeah, but that it seems like it should sit around. Now that's one of the new ones. Is that a season 5 card?
It is, yes.
That or yeah, I don't know, because it seems weird, because I guess it would stop it for this turn and then next turn, but then it would be gone.
Exactly. Kind of like, think like eliminating the source, right? In 1013,
yeah, sure.
You play it and it gets you through that turn.
Okay.
And then it comes back around to you again, and your second token is discarded in that round, and you get you through that second round. So it gets you through 2 rounds, basically.
Yeah, basically I could have played it earlier, but I was just like, I'll play it next time.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because in case there's something in your hand that you needed that resource for, you want to make sure that that's cool.
For the abduction, whenever Frohickey comes up to the top, he goes to the hospital first.
He goes to the hospital undamaged, and then just throw his bead back at him so that he's cool. You don't have to worry about that then. Anything else?
I have enough, so no, you go to your turn.
I'm at 4, so what I'm going to do is I am going to draw my 1 card to start my turn. Look at that card. That's a card. Oh, wow, I got some weird chunks in here. I don't like this at the moment. I'm going to get my 6. So 2, 4, 6. What do I want to do with this? You can see, you can see that. 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 8 on that. I do need some of these things. I want to keep this. Okay. I'm going to use Kaleka's first and then see what we want to do here.
Okay.
Oh, God. I didn't want that one at all. So, okay. Yeah, I'm going to buy, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will buy 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to get myself up to 9. 3. All righty. I've got cards. You can go ahead and sell and buy.
I am going to sell. Well, I'm going to actually move 2 from Rejuvenated Babes. And then should I sell this? Yeah, fuck it. I get it later. One of them worked, but all lies lead to the truth. I'm going to sell. I already used it once.
Oh, no.
And then I'm going to sell ammo depleted because you don't have any equipment. So there's no point. So that's 4.
Well, that's fair. Oh, you don't know. I could have equipment. I could have.
That's true. That's true.
Well, look at me with my little witness here. He's on the table. He's sitting there. He's sitting in his hospital doing his hospital thing.
I'm gonna buy. I'll buy 4 cards. Okay. Okay. Good to go.
All right, and Langley is lost. Oh, that's right. Langley has lost his thing. That's good. All right, let's see what we can do. All right, I already got my stuff. I don't have any healing to do. Requisition, deployment. They're in the field, and let's go see about this. Okay, do I want to do this? All right, we're gonna play. This is Kazakhstan. Okay. It's former Soviet Union for 1, and that is a Alien Investigation 5 or Observation 5. And I will play a Miller's Grove, Massachusetts. for 2. And that is an Alien Investigation 4 and a results site.
And what is Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan is Alien Investigation 5, Observation 5, and it's a method, a method or result. Or, yes, method or result.
Gotcha. Okay. I am going to put no bluffs on.
No bluffs on again. Man.
Actually,
right.
yeah, no.
Well,
nope, none of bluffs.
No bluffs. All right. No bluffs. Okay. Well, I will go send them all to the result site, solo result site. They're all going to go there. They're going to say, to heck with Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan's too far away. I don't want to go there.
Okay. So I am going to play a bluff now and spend the 1 for armed robbery.
Yay.
If no agents this site have a keyword weapon card equipped, you may take up to 3 resource pool from your opponent's resource pool and add to your conspiracy pool.
I still want those. I still want those. So I still want those for now.
All righty.
All right. So I'm still there. I'm still at the site. What happens?
You're going to ask a question because all I have is a motive site adversary. It's just like, it's like,
Well, and see, I've been trying to like tap dance around motive because he officially Zuckerman. Here's the question on Zuckerman. They can't heal. If he does healing, is he like against like Manitou? So Manitou, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, because he's got keyword healing on him.
Yeah. Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go there and we're gonna burn Kazakhstan because I don't have anything to keep that. It is Alien Investigation 4. I have Alien Investigation 6. I am going to go there and I'm going to ask a result question. And that result question will be, I got to go do I do this though? Because I did knock out a decent chunk here. Let's see. Do we have, nope, that one's already taken. That one's one. That one's not taken. That one's done. That one's taken. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah. Death is still going to be the one. I'm going to ask, is it death?
It is not death.
It's not death. And that is number 4. There's a lot of no's, I must say. Okay.
Yeah, on both accounts.
Goodbye the Kennedy assassination. Oh no. All right. Death. There goes Trimble. Trimble's done. Death. There goes Albert Tanner. Some of these guys I do not remember. The Bellhop Killer, yes, of course I do. Peacocks, yes, I remember them. Some of them I guess as he got further in, I don't know. I don't keep as many of them as I used to. I haven't watched it recently, so it's been a while since I watched it. I used to watch it religiously, but it was more of it's like you suck up so many. I'm still not going to ask. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I'm down to 12. But I'm still not going to ask because we're still playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
12 or 13, yeah. 12 or 13.
Yeah, I think I'm at 12. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it looks like 12. I will just in case I think I'm still done. All right. And what I'm going to do before I finish my turn, I'm playing Michael 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. Yay. That's why I didn't want you to take my money. Michael 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, he says I get to play him. He says adds 1 to agent's res Discard this card when the agent's health is reduced to 0. So I get an extra res, and I'm going to put it on the big beefy Mr. Frohickey here.
All right.
And since he can take the biggest, well, actually, can he? No, who's the punchy guy? Oh no, I'm sorry.
It is Frohickey, right?
Langley's the punchy guy, but I'm going to put him on Byers because no one messes with Byers. Byers has got 5. Sure? Yeah, he's got 5 health.
Oh,
well, yeah, I'm playing with
my Langley's down here. I can't tell you.
Yeah, Langley's got 5 health as well, but I've got 4 health because you already punched him.
And
don't forget, and don't forget, the only reason I'm playing with witnesses is because they are series. These are the 5s, right? Yeah, that's the only reason I'm playing. And I got them printed over at Kinko's, so mine actually look okay. Considering that I felt a few of them are beat up, the ones I printed at home. I have to put them on my screen over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm down to 6. That's where I am.
Yeah, I just wouldn't print them. I was like, I'm just doing black and white because F nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna drop.
Now we got a banner. We got a banner. We're so boring that you put a banner.
All right, I'm at 7, so I guess we'll go in.
All right.
Okay. Drawing.
And during your briefing phase, I'm going to look at the top card and see what I like. I will keep that one because I need that one, I think. Yes, I will keep that one where it is.
Okay. I'm going to generate 3, 2, 4, and 6. And as far as buying, I'm going to spend 2 and buy 2.
Okay. I am going to sell a card while you're doing that. I'm going to sell my Familiar Places. Sadly, I did want to play it. I did want to play it earlier, but Familiar Places would allow me to play it and then show this card to your opponent, retrieve all sites from your discard pile, shuffle them back into your bureau deck, and discard this card, which is nice, especially if you're running low on sites and stuff. I haven't had a problem with that, so I'm gonna get 2 for that. I'm gonna 2 for that. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm not buying any.
Okay. My poor paltry team, I'm going to try to take out the Metro Diner again, which is a computer 4+ and a result. You have any bluffs, sir?
I do, actually.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 1. Then, well, actually, I'm going to spend 1. I just realized it's in here. No secrets here. Place this card on a site during your case assignment phase before bluffs have been assigned.
Oh, there you go.
The directed player must play all the cards face up at this site.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Let's see. Let's see, just out of curiosity. Yeah, that's computer
4+.
That's computer 4+.
Yes. And in case you have it, just a reminder that primordial cards need to be played hand up. I doubt you have any primordial cards.
Oh, actually I do.
No. Cannot be affected. Team may not be affected by keyword primordial cards.
That's fine. But here's the one that's face up. It's the Trepanning operator or operative. It's one of the season 4 redo cards.
Oh, look at that.
So yeah, I'm trying to use him at some point, but he's currently face up. You know he exists in my hand.
Actually, let me. I don't have it offhand.
Yeah, I get to choose an agent on the opposing team. Your opponent must flip over and discard the top card from their bureau deck. If the card has a conspiracy cost, the agent inflicts damage on another agent, your choice, equal to the cost of the card. If the card has a resource value, the target agent receives damage equal to the cost of that card. If the card has a purple cost, this combat immediately ends.
Interesting. Okay. So at least he can't affect this guy currently for this turn.
Yeah. So, but let's see. But I am going to play face up. The BATF refuses to play ball.
Yeah. Okay.
It says play this card to prevent all keyword independent agents from contributing to any skill checks occurring at the site, including combat. That is, it cost me 3 to play that, and unless you have a Langley in your hand, nobody can help. Can't go to that site because everybody's independent except for is Manners independent? I don't think so.
He is not. Well, he's law. However,
it's not primordial. I'm not even worried about primordial. It's not. He says that says I just have to face up. That little,
yeah.
No, he says primordial.
BATF is not primordial. I don't think. Right?
No.
But I'm gonna cross my fingers that this works.
Wait, actually, it is primordial.
Oh, is it? Oh,
holy cow! That's the first I've ever seen that on a. All right, so let me get my 3 back there then.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, what else do I want to do here then? And was that a result site?
Yes, it is a result site.
Yeah. Too bad I only have. I'm shy. Yeah, that's weird. Primordial, and so that says the no primordial on the
deep cover assignment, which I thought was going to be useless.
Sure. And so that says that's primordial. That just says anything primordial?
Cannot be affected by keyword primordial cards and must be played with the hands up.
Well, wait, he cannot.
Teams containing the agent.
Okay, got it. Just making sure.
Okay.
Because if it was like this would affect everybody else on the team.
Right.
But he'd still be able to go, but he wouldn't have the juice to do it himself. Yeah. Actually, he would. He's got computer. But that's a computer site, right? That's not Alien? Okay, cool.
Nope.
Okay. And so right now you've got computer 6, and that's a computer 4.
Computer
right?
7.
You have computer 7?
Yeah. Byers is 3, Langley's 4.
Oh, you're right. All right. Hang on here. Let's see if I have anything else I can play. Yeah, that's not going to be worth me playing it. That's not. I can't play that. Yeah, actually, you get to ask this question. Yeah, I don't have. I that was the only card that I had that I could play.
What's the banner frequency? I don't know what that is.
Which one?
The banner frequency is distracting and mildly annoying. I'm trying to figure out that's one of ours.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't hear. I every once in a while I hear a little bit of a buzz, but I don't.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but look what I got, bud. And also, I can't play him because primordial. Yeah.
Yeah, primordial. Yeah.
It's primordial. So.
No, it's against computer. Okay, so result. Well, I guess I'll just keep knocking off my results. I got abduction, manipulation, or insanity.
Well, yeah, it pays off because I have a bunch of season 5 stuff in here. Because otherwise I'd probably have a mixture of things.
Primordial one, yeah.
I have a lot of primordial in here because of season 5.
Okay, all right. I guess we'll just do the numbers game. This is your result manipulation.
No.
Okay. All right. You are either an abductor or an insane person.
A little bit of both. Little column A, little column B, right? All right. No manipulation. No manipulation. That is number 3. Manipulation. Yeah, that's it, especially if you can focus on one one thing. Just hit result over and over again until you get a guess. All right, 2, 4, 6, I have 5. I have 5 cards.
So while you guys are doing that, hey Dave, you know what bluffs in Premier Edition have the keyword primordial on them?
Laserberry?
No, but
I'm like, I think it's alien.
That one I think is government, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, all the conspiracy cards have one of the 5 affiliation keywords on them. So yeah, in Premier, Detective Thompson, who changes the prerequisite to bureaucracy 3 is
Bureaucracy,
primordial. Peter Tanaka, who changes to observation 3 is primordial. And poisonous gases, the one that inflicts damage on everyone. Yeah, primordial.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. Yeah, because especially since we don't, there's not a ton of those cards that allow you to, like, you can't use primordial stuff. So
yeah, and of course you got the adversaries that are part of you know, Premier as well, that are also, some are primordial, like Darkness
Sandman.
Falls. You know, that one's
Sandman's evolutionary.
Yeah, he's evolutionary. But what else? Hunter in the Dark, also primordial. But yeah, so yeah, those would cover like across really all the.
Well, the only problem is now it's gone, because at the end of his turn, it's gone.
Yeah.
So,
but John, what's your take on that card?
For the deep cover assignment?
Yep.
I thought it was going to be completely useless, and it just got me an answer. So, or got me a
you're
question.
bacon.
So yeah, that was one card. Otherwise, it would So
yeah, for the, what does it cost? 5, right? What do you,
4?
4. So I don't have them.
4.
4.
So
you feel that's a fair price for getting you through that?
And it's perfect if I would have played it last turn. I mean, it wouldn't have made any difference with an alien. But 2 turns with a 4, that's, I mean, that just wiped them.
Well, and also it didn't hurt that I had all, like, it happened to be primordial in my hand.
Yes.
It just, it's like, I'm like, because I didn't even think a bluff in general was going to have primordial on it.
Yeah,
but
you know,
for
like Detective Tony Fury, you know that one, right? Makes you discard 2 cards. That one's a cult, you know, which
that makes kind of sense.
Yeah, there's ghosts in it and stuff like
but
that.
That's so strange, because you really don't think about, like, okay, you can't. There's not a lot of things that say you can't attack with something.
Yeah, you're usually not looking at the keywords on
and
the bluffs. You're looking at them on the adversaries, of course, because obviously that's
because that's usually there's a target. But that's something that I've never actually looked at. And keywords are always been one of those weird ones that are always a little. There's a gray area on the keywords. It's like hey, the keyword's wrong. Oh, okay. But okay.
Phenomenon
all right, cool.
versus phenomena. Yep, there we go. So now start singing the song again as I head backstage.
Phenomena.
So before the end of the turn, I'm going to just play some cards, because why not? I'm going to spend 1 to play Bedside Vigil, because why not?
Okay.
I'm going to so Langley's going to, well, I'm going to attach it to Langley as well. So if he ever goes to the hospital or bureau, he can still generate resource.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I'm going to spend 3 to play Gibson Praise. Place 2 tokens on this card, remove a token to pick up the next 3 cards from the top of your bureau deck, and return them to the top of your bureau deck in any order. I could remove a token right now, right?
I would think so, because you're still playing it before the end of your turn.
Right.
I says, I think you're doing that.
I'm going to remove 1. Here's the question: if Frohicke's the 3rd one down, does he just go 1 down, and then the next turn he goes for it?
Well, no, because right now you're going to have to still put him face down. I don't.
So what happens is as soon as he is face up on your, as soon as you pull that card and he appears there, you just pick him up. And
but he's not taking those 3 cards off the deck. He's putting them back on top of the deck.
No. Yeah, it's when it's the top card on your
when you would basically you'd go to draw him and he was on the deck.
Yeah. So stupid question, but even if that happens in a conspiracy thing, he goes to the hospital during the conspiracy turn.
Yeah, when you buy conspiracy cards, just like with abduction or alien harvester, if they come up at that point, they just go right to the hospital, and then it's just whenever the turn circles back to you in your briefing phase and then deployment, he can be deployed. The next time the turn is yours.
Yep.
Okay. I'll just leave these as is. Okay.
All right. I
will remove this.
All right, and I got 5. I got 5 still.
Cool. Now I have 1 and 2.
Oh no, it's Mike. Hey, Mike. That's Bathrobe Mike. And of course he's never gonna live it down. Bathrobe Mike.
All right. Your turn, sir.
Okay. I am going to draw my free card. Huzzah! Here's a free card for me. I am going to get my 7 resources because Michael Krichkow helped me out. I get 7 now, which helps me out.
Killer.
And it's 7. And do I want to buy any more? Oh, I got a big handful of garbage.
Don't worry, I'm right there with you, G.
Man. Yeah, but yeah, you're still knocking stuff out. I gotta so let's see what I can do.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change this from trial by adversary to trial by witness, Steve.
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah.
well, I guess abduction was one.
Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? There we go. Call it a can I get a witness? Okay, so I gotta hang on to that. I need to, let's see. I got two. Okay, let's buy buying. Geez, I'm buying 3 cards because I need to get 1, 2, and 3. All right, cool. That works. That works for me. Oh, there we go. Well, witness me. There we go. Little Mad Max Fury Road in there.
All right.
Shiny and chrome. All right.
Woo, I'm gonna be selling some stuff. So I'm gonna sell. Okay. Oh wait, shit! I fucked this one up already.
1, 2, 3. I got a whole bunch of garbage.
I got. Yeah, I mean, I may as well say, but I have a blight, and I'm always like, oh fuck, I gotta do that before you do anything. So it doesn't matter. Okay, the Judean Caves moves up. I'm selling Lisa Baiocchi because I don't know if you have the. If you have anybody, I do not have any behavioral cards. I'm selling a Nurse Owens, so it's 9.
Look at you go, selling all the biggies.
Nine. I have 20 CP. I've never hit 20 before. All right, and I'm going to buy 1, 2, 3.
Sadly, I do not have the card. I don't think I have the card in here to take it away from you. So I think you're okay.
I'm going to do.
I don't think I did the CP. I don't have the too close to the truth in here.
All right, Frohick, he's a 3rd up, so he's going to go to the hospital.
All right.
And then 3 more cards. Anything as usual. Okay. All right. You're up, sir.
All right. Well, you got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see what horrible stuff I try. How many cards you got?
9.
9. All right. 9, and I got a whole bunch of stuff to do. So I am going to do blah, blah, blah. Don't know if I want to do that. Let's see how I'm looking on this. All right. So that might be my best option. Alrighty. Well, let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I want to do this, though. Let's see. Let's do it. All right. We got a Dr. 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
Oh, yeah.
Place this card in my bureau section along with 2 tokens. Remove a token and select 1 card from your discard pile and place it into your hand. If the chosen card of the keyword alien investigation or behavioral, the cost of play is reduced by 1. I will put these 2 little blue guys on it. And what I will do is I think I will do that. But I have to pay the 4 to make it happen. So I have no resources. So I better go in here and find the one CP or 1 RP alien investigation card I want. Which I hope to God I have in here. which I hope to God I have in here. Yes, I do. Whee! All right, good. There you go. It's Kazakhstan. I didn't get to go there before. It's free because it's 1 and it's 0 because of 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. That's the site I have out there with your 20 some odd CP.
And what's the?
I'm sorry, Alien Investigation 5, Observation 5. You can ask a method or a result question.
Okay, I'm going to play 1 buff on it.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Magic. That's exactly what I meant to do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Do I want to currently go there? There's a card on it. Bluff on it. You have a lot. Strangely enough, it's going to sit there.
Okay.
I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna let it sit, not go there. I am going to end my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8, so I do have to get rid of 1. But I want to keep these 2 because I need to do something with that.
I was excited, man. Oh, yeah, I was excited right there.
I don't think I'm going to have to worry about this one.
Put this over here for my name.
That's not helpful. I don't like that card. There's all right, I'm going to get rid of sorry, 5 alarm fires got to go. So that gets me down to 7. If the team fails a skill sight check, the opponent must discard 1 active card from their hand and skip their next briefing phase unless his card is negated. It is removed from the card game at the end of the turn. So it's 6. It's expensive. It needs to really work, and I don't have the CP for it, so that's why I threw it away. I have 4. I have 7. I am at 7. I was hoping you just had a handful of cards.
Oy vey. Man.
So did I just force you to dump some stuff you don't want to dump? Is that...
well, I'm 1 card over, and I'm like, ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you got a bunch of good stuff then.
You know, it's just one or the other.
Hey, play as many as you can. You got CP to do it, right? Oh, except you have to. Yeah, because the problem is I don't have enough resources to defend myself from that. I don't want to wipe a team just because I want to go investigate that site. And I can keep it around for another turn, so might as well.
I completely get it. All right, so I'm going to actually discard Tunguska.
No.
Yep.
Oh, you're discarding that. Oh, no.
Yeah, I need what's in my hand.
All right.
All right. So I'm at 7, so I'm good.
All right. I'm also at 7, so it is your turn.
Cool. Okay, so
since it's your briefing turn, my red letter is going to take effect, and I will look at the top card of my card and see if I want to keep it. Well, that is not truly helpful at the moment. Yeah, that's probably not really going to help too much. So I'm going to discard this card. It is the security checkpoint. It would have said it is a bluff. It says play this card to prevent all agents from contributing their skills to this site except agents with a subterfuge value of 1+. The problem is your 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, your Langley have subterfuge.
Yeah.
So they'd still be able to pretty much attack a computer site without problem, and I'm not going to waste that. So I'd rather see if I got something better.
Okay, so I'm going to voluntarily discard the alien stiletto to generate 10 resource points. And that with Byers and Langley, because Prohiki's still in the hospital, will get me 14.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're still he's asking the questions about heights. You know, it could be you could pull it from the yeah, but so far, I mean, it's an expensive grid pattern, so I guess you could pull it from there. But you still have to go pay for it. So because neither one of them are going to have alien investigation or behavioral on them, and that's the benefit of that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's too bad because it still costs you 4 to go dig out 2 cards
I'm
and
going
it's two
to,
grid patterns. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna sell some stuff. I'm gonna sell.
while you're doing that, I'm going to yank Gibson Praise's last one to take a look at these.
Sure.
And he's going to be discarded.
Yeah, I'm selling some sites here because I need some CP. I'm selling the Man Propulsion Lab and also Angie's Midnight Bowl. Goodbye. I'll put them in there and see if and then and I can always get them back and I can get 4. So
I'll buy 4 cards.
let's see, 4, and let's see, I can do that still. I'd still be going for that. Do I want to buy? How many do I want to buy? Geez, this is. I just have enough. I got to read these just to see what I can do. No, I don't like that one. That one's okay. Okay, that's sweet.
Here's a question, and this is, I mean, I have one right
Sure.
there.
Yeah.
If you play Nurse Owens during the briefing phase, does she trigger adding tokens? Or does it have to be the next briefing phase?
Well, if you, I guess if you played her now, you could get your tokens back.
But that because I'm not sure. Is it the same as in the FBI where if you put it in there, you
No. I think that when you play it, you get to use this. You get to use it, and it's an active card, so you get to play it pretty much anytime you want. So if you play it at the beginning of your turn, that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna do that,
Sure.
and then cross my fingers that you don't have anything, because that's gonna use up most of my CP. Or sorry, resource.
All right. Yeah, I'm
boom,
still
Nurse Owens, so that I can get a Langley token.
I'm still on the fence of whether or not I want to. Actually, yeah, Manners gets one back too. There you go. And he's still hanging out in the hospital over there until he comes out next turn.
Correct.
Yeah, you still only got 4 resource, right?
Yep. So that's my question: is Frohickey, since does he have to stay in the hospital this turn, or he can?
No, he comes out, but he just doesn't generate.
Yeah.
Because anybody in the hospital doesn't. Let's see. Oh, geez, I'm in a bind here. I can. I'm not buying any cards. Oh man, I don't know what to do with this. This is so. You get to go visit some site. You get to go put a site down. Go do some healing. Bring them out of the thing. Deployment.
Deployment. They're going to all move to the field. I'm going to spend 1 for Department of Defense, which is Alien Investigation 5 or Bureaucracy 5, for 1 affiliation or motive question.
All right, affiliation or motive, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't still have to. Oh, let's see, that's there. Okay. All right. Well, you're just going to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, we'll see. I don't think that. Who knows this? We'll see if it works. I will place this one bluff face down. We'll see what happens. Oh, your audio went away. You back? I can't hear you at all. I can't hear you at all. So if you can hear me, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there you go. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay.
All right.
I'll use this mic in the meantime.
That's right.
Until it charges a little bit. Okay, everybody going. So let's see what
Sure.
we got.
Now there's the BATF again. And so I will spend the 2, knowing you're gonna negate it because you have to negate it.
And yes, I will Langley that one.
Yeah. But if I didn't spend it, you wouldn't be using it. So I have to use that. All right.
No, totally get it.
All right. Let's see. But the problem is I have a feeling I have a card. All right, I'm going to play it. I am going to play. Sorry, Steven. This is the one card that keeps getting played. It's 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 the Vampire. I know we keep trying to stay. We don't want to do the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 the Vampire, but it happens to be the one that works in this event. It can attack agents. The Vampire is unaffected by long-range combat attacks. One opposing agent, my choice, is immediately incapacitated and unable to participate in the combat until the second round of close range combat. So yeah, that's what he is, and I have to spend all 6 of my CP to do that. So, do you have anything in there that's going to go ahead and negate him? I had a feeling that was it was the I have to play it because I just can't let you just keep walking through sites at this point.
I get that 100%.
And the other ones did not work in my favor on that one, so I was like, all right. So,
Steven, do you want us to go through the combat though anyway, just as though it were normal, or has 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 the Vampire been done enough?
Oh no, yeah, I think 𝐗-𝐼 the Vampire has been done, but you've changed it, yeah. Because it looks like you want to? Okay, cool. In this event, I would have 𝐗-𝐼 away. All right, so he would have basically chosen, it's the 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬, but at least that makes you spend stuff, and that's what I'm hoping to just at least spend it. Okay, so if I'm looking at him right, somebody's immediately incapacitated. I would have probably, of course, take the guy with the longest or the best immediate and unable to participate in the combat until the second round of close round combat. So
𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬, huh?
Yeah, whoever's got the beefiest long range, the beefiest close range. Yeah. So 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬 would take a little nap for a few. So long range, nobody would fight because he's got no long range. It would have been nice if I had some sort of, I don't have that. I don't have a ton of combat. So okay, so the 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬 the Vampire would knock out 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬 for 1 turn. 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬 would then
what is the
he does 3 damage to somebody.
Okay.
Which in your case would be, I guess I would go, well, that's where it gets weird, because it would be, I guess, 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬. Or I'm sorry, Langley.
Okay. So then he would be at 3.
Well, actually, it says it's incapacitated. It doesn't say I can't attack him.
You
right?
could attack him, or you can attack another agent. It's dealer's choice on that.
Well, because the question is if you could attack him, because I could kill him before he could do the damage to kill me.
Well, I mean, as in close range, like, so the agents get to fire off their shots.
Yeah, but
vampire gets to
okay,
fire
so
off.
he's incapacitated, cannot. So he's got 6 damage. So I would get hit by Langley and Byers and punch 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬. But the thing is, right now, is because he's looking at computer on that thing, he's still using a computer anyway.
No, it's alien investigation.
Oh, it's alien.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So then it's the one I want to kill is, yeah, they're all 2
across the board. Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah, they're 2. And that's a 5 though, still, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we still want to kill somebody that we would attempt to. So yeah, so I guess in that there, he is the health 4. So I could kill him in 2 turns without him. I mean, he'd still damage me the second time. But the first time I could do 3 to him since it's alien investigation. So yeah, I would say I would do 3 in my close range, 2 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬, and then in my close range, I'd get 1, 2, and then 4.
You're just because manners would it be 3?
Oh, manners does hurt. Okay, so yeah, so I would get 4. I'm still alive. I would knock 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬 out. You would kill 𝐗 the vampire. 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e� would be dead. So you'd still be at 4. So unless you had anything to pump it up,
correct,
it would stop that investigation. But having what you've got right now, you are going to be able to investigate. You played your 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, that's it.
Yes.
But yeah, so you're going to change. So yeah, I guess that's okay. I guess changing him to affiliation, definitely making him because yeah, right now he's just being able to attack anywhere. Kind of is
that
tough.
seemed to be too much. That was one that came up in like the very first, second, third playtest. It was repeatedly played, and it was like, okay, yeah, we gotta dial him back because he's incapacitating, and on top of that, he can attack pretty much anytime he wants. So it's like, all right, let's go with affiliation.
I mean, there are a few of them that just attack agents, but they're
expensive.
Pricier.
Yeah,
or there's something like Leonard, and he's a card he's just a discard guy.
Yeah, no one's getting hurt by Leonard.
Yeah, well, actually, I like Leonard. I play Leonard a lot.
Yeah, get rid of a lot of cards. Leonard wouldn't be good in this deck against
you.
No, because swimming in witnesses.
Yeah, today I am. Yeah.
You've used 3 so far.
Yep. So you've actually you've got you get asked that question because I can't do anything.
Right sure. Okay, so 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 gets discarded because it's all good. So I'm going to go motive because affiliations wouldn't really help right now because they're all over the place.
That's fair.
Motive is 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, shit! I'm looking at the wrong one. 1.
Yeah, because you've asked nothing but results so far.
Yeah.
So it's definitely all over the place.
All right, so I went to knowledge. It'll be 1, 2.
All right. Well, I see one that stands out. Oh yeah, I see one that stands out.
I think what stands out, I might be wrong. Oh, actually, there's 2. I'm going to say is your motive knowledge.
It is not knowledge. That's number 4, right?
Yep.
Yep. But he asked 4 questions. Knowledge. No
Night Hag.
No Night Hag. I did like the name of that card though. Okay, so that's still there. All right.
So I'm down to 9.
You're down to 9, and I'm down to 12.
Okay.
So we're getting there. So
I have 8.
It's funny is I have not run into any of the cards that I actually had to print out and put on the side of my. Well, because some of them I printed out and the font is so garbled I couldn't read it on the print of because the ones I printed out at Kinko's FedEx or whatever are really nice. I like those. They look like I wouldn't be able to tell the difference on these guys. These guys are fake and these guys are real.
Yeah.
So not being able to tell is the difference is really nice. But the ones I printed at home, the ones that we had some like ad hoc changes and stuff like that, and a couple of the season 4 ones that I added on here.
I'm gonna, man. I was gonna try to. No, I don't know. Shit.
I got 3.
I have 8. I guess I'm gonna do this because I could sell it, but it's pointless. Digging up the past because
Okay.
my discard pile is much smaller than my other
That's
ones.
fair.
So I'm not gonna switch it out. So I'm at 7 now.
Okay. So you're just discarding that one. Got it. All right. So I've got my 3. Hooray! All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can do something. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. All right. I am going to draw my 1 card. Okay, I don't mind that one. I am going to get myself some resources. I'm still getting 7. So that's 3, that's 5, 6, 7. I got 7 resources. Let's move it a little further in. 7 resources. How many cards do I want to buy? Oh, he's still got a million things over there. Hello.
I'm just coming in since he's
That's
currently
fine.
down for the count.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
talking to myself.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just yeah, let's see.
My phone is about to die, so I need to go get a thing to plug
That's
it in. So I was like, hopefully that's working out.
Okay. Yeah, so I've gathered my resources. I am currently in the process of thinking about what I want to purchase. I do like that one, which isn't bad.
And just I because I'm trying to test other
Sure.
stuff. One of the cards I have is Blight. I have not played it because we should play stuff and not just keep like denying resources. That seems kind of trifling.
Oh, that's fair. Blight was that a season 5 or a 4?
It's a season 5. It's just been played a lot of it works.
That's fair. Now is as the card itself? I don't think I may have had it. I may have not had it. What does the card do?
It plays at the start of the briefing phase. Opposing agents in the field section of this table generate no res this turn.
Oh,
but yeah. Yes, that's so. It's like so. It would keep you from playing anything, and that's not part of the game. So,
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So I'm like, no. So sorry, Steven, I'm not playing Blight because it works. So
yeah. Well, and it does, and there is something to be said about it. It is kind of like that denial, and it's because you really kind of you're going to play a majority of your game with your agents in the field, and it is kind of like I don't know. I think it might be a card I wouldn't play because it's like, I mean, in a tournament environment, yeah, you might, but it's like I think in general it is one of those ones where it's like I have a tendency of thinking that it's a meaner card than it should be.
It's meaner and it's too cheap. It's 3.
Yeah. And so 3 prevents me from gathering 7.
Yes.
And then I just sit and I just don't do anything.
Yep.
Now, granted, you could still play because one of my favorites, of course, Unexpected Call is 0. Yeah. But you can manipulate your play to change because I have to change something I have with something you have. And if you have more than I do or less than I do, I have to make it so that I have less than you to make it worth my while to play. That card, yeah, Blight seems like it's a card that it doesn't seem like it seems too cheap.
It's
what it does to just do what it does.
Yeah, I think my rationale for the cost, because I was looking at Red Tape, right, in Premiere.
Yeah,
kind of similar in the sense, it's played during the briefing phase to prevent opponent from drawing cards during the remainder of this turn.
Yeah,
in that effect too can just like denying the resources could really make it be like, that turn's not.
And we already know that a lot of us don't. I mean, there's a very few of this game has never been manufactured to like, I'm going to stick a card in there and get you. Mm-hmm. It's like, and it seems like that's the like Red Tape, Relentless Pursuit type stuff like that. I don't play them just because I don't like the way that they change the feel of the game to do that. And I know that we play them in the tournaments and whatever, but I've never been a fan of playing Relentless Pursuit, Red Tape, or anything that's going to, I mean, I don't mind playing a little Denial. I don't. But I like manufacturing it to make it happen. Like if he's sitting on 20 CP, that's tempting. that's something that I'm going to try to steal at that point. But stealing the resources from a team that they're like, all right, you got no resources for this team. All right, yeah, and especially for the cheap, how cheap it is. I just
Would
that's just
would you guys, and this is including you, John Yost, who's in the live chat, would an increase to like 4 be easier or like or more like more reasonable cost? Do you think?
strangely enough, I hate to say it, I'd almost pop it to 5, like a UTL, because you're essentially using a card to stop play, and that's a UTL. That's a UTL, and there's no defense to it.
And Kurt did that to me.
I mean, Frohickey's a defense to it. Well, I mean, if you want to take Frohickey literally with the
True. Well, the Frohickey card, so theoretically I could have beamed it and Frohickey said no. But and in this environment, that I would definitely have done it had he tried to play that, because that's definitely I can't not play around. Because then I have a handful of CP cards that I can't sell, and then he's got another turn where he's just going to start digging in. So
it's also just because of the team thing with Frohickey's deal. Like Kurt did that to me once, where I had a guy in the hospital, and he was about to come out and hit me with the UTL, and it's a team, so it's like, yep, I can't do anything about it, and so that's done. If I have a team that comes out the hospital and then the next turn they're done, like denied resources again, that's an entire turn gone. Like it's just completely gone. So it's one of those ones that can like extend the pain way too much, and it's so cheap right now.
Yeah, I do agree with that. And it's like, for me, it's just, I never thought those cards were, I didn't like those cards because like I said, they kind of, you have to play you have to play it at the right times. And that's the problem, is you play it at the right times, but I don't like the idea of, okay, I'm currently in the process of and you have to play that card to slap it in front of me and go, all right, no. And I'm like, we've always played this back and forth and gone back and forth. It's always a give and take, give and take, give and take. And it's never been about whether I can slam a card down faster than you can and deny it. And that's those 3 cards. I don't agree with timing based cards.
Of course, there are teams like the bureaucracy team where Skinner would be in the bureau more than likely, so he would be immune to it. So he'd still get his
but it's usually
depending on your team's makeup, and of course, if you got a Frohickey sitting in your team, like both of you guys do, like,
I know it's still. I think it's one of those ones. 90% of people who are playing right now, he and I included, granted, which we were both playing with Frohickey, the gunman. But I play 99% of my time in the field. Like if I'm not in the hospital, I'm in the field. Now, yes, you do have those random few that I'm going to sit this guy in the bureau and let him sit and generate his res, Blevins or whatever, and you do some CP fun. But it's going to, for the cost, just shut down a turn. And I don't like it.
Yeah, and it's one turn. And as Guillaume says, it's like in the grand scheme, one turn. Yeah, it could be pretty, but no, I mean, it's not like a complete showstopper, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing about that. It kind of, in the event that right now it could be with what I have in my hand, if he shut me down, he already knew I was kind of sitting on CP cards. I can't buy any more cards. I can't get any cards to get for the next round. And so it's like, so now, and then he's just going to walk into the next one because now I have no cards to sell because I have no CP.
And it's also worth considering that if you pull that card, it's in your first round, like it's the very first turn, you wouldn't even be able to play it until the second turn at the earliest, because you can't, because all the agents start out in the bureau.
But I wouldn't be afraid of it early rounds.
I know. I'm
afraid of it. Yeah, I'm afraid of that stuff. Yeah, I'm afraid of that stuff. Like late game where we're down to 2 and 2 apiece, and he's just like, okay, bang bang. It's like, okay, then why did I just play the last 4 hours?
Which you would be in favor of if the hour was getting late and you're like, oh god, it's midnight, we need to end this quickly. I'm just saying.
No, I mean, but that's the thing, is we've never fast tracked a game regardless. Says I wouldn't go higher than 4, but I agree with but once again, it's still but once again, I never enjoyed red tape. I thought red tape was a bad card, and
the issue I have with one is because you said like a Frohickey could do it, but it goes back to if I would have hit him just now and he didn't have a Frohickey as his agent, he wouldn't be able to play a Frohickey because he had no res to even play the goddamn Frohickey. So it like wouldn't be able to, if you were just using that as your event card, you wouldn't be able to do that because you would have
unless I had stuff. Because now in the event that I
what
had
you have
something
at the start of the round, but
but I had 0.
Yes,
I had 0 because
then
so
that's
it's
a
like
down right there,
So all right, so since we didn't play that,
say, like again, there's other ways of getting like reading the signs, for instance.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I mean, there's always things. There's always ways to get extra resources, but the thing is, if you don't play with those, you're like, oh well, I better play with those because he's gonna blight me, and if he blights me, I gotta actually have something. So it's kind of like and then you're just like, all right, if I'm worried about one card just swinging out there, and
one card.
It's like, yeah, but that's the thing is, it is one card, but it's one card that I just once again it adds to the group of cards that. I hated those in the tournament because they're like, they're gotcha cards. Like, okay, if I can play it fast enough, and it's like, and then there were people that kind of took advantage of that, and were basically, I can play this faster because I'm playing it faster, and that this game is not that game. And even UTL's kind of that weird. I'm going to play before you do anything at all, and now UTL, sure, whatever, but you're not making any friends.
I love how you're looking to the future though, where these season 5 cards are used in a tournament, which from my point of view is like I look forward to that someday.
But see that then you how many table flips are you going to get from red tape?
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Blight
you might have to
deck.
look at limitations on certain
but then now you're
during
that's the
tournament.
thing. That's the thing about it. You're saying, okay, let's limit this. Well, then they'll probably, why did you introduce it in the first place?
Yeah, no, it is food for thought for sure. When you think about a tournament setting, which for this expansion is so far down the line.
Yeah, no, that's true. But once you start looking into that, that's the thing is if you are gonna now, sure you're gonna call things like Langley and Frohickey crutches, but they're not. They are staples.
They're staples.
When you come into this, and now all of a sudden when you start introducing so many cards that are going to always be in every deck. That's a meta, and now you've got a meta where everybody's got. All right, everyone's got 2 blights, everyone's got 2 red tapes, everyone's got 2 relentless pursuits. Because and then that takes up that's already 8 cards in a deck of 60. And that's if you're streamlining. It's like that is not something you can do, but you're gonna because if it's so cheap, why not? So,
yeah,
all right.
I do think it's worth noting that there's counters to that. They do exist, and obviously Frohickeys and No One's So Paranoids and stuff like that being the obvious.
True, but once again, if you're already working with working with resource denial anyway. If you're leaning heavy into resource denial, you've got the blight in there, and they're playing a game they hate.
Yeah, if I was a dick, I would have played it right now. But I've had it for 4 turns. I'm like, I don't want to do that. It's just it takes the fun away. So it's
that's where I don't mind cards that are like brutal. I don't mind Manitou, Strux, and Spray. There are things to start, and that's why I've been tiptoeing around motive sites. But
and to Mike's point, I mean I totally agree, and I especially see that during tournament play more often than not.
Because you're going to play 90% of the cards are going to be fairly similar, and then you've got that 10% swing of other cards. But it's and it just back to that's just my opinions on any of the let's play fast cards. I've never been a fan, but I do know it's out there, but if it's been consistently played in every one of these games and it's consistently been a kind of a kick in the nuts, that's that's it. You like variety. You don't want to see the same cards in every single deck, and I understand after you get enough cards, that's why Magic has to like phase cards out because but this game never got that far.
It never did. We're doing that now.
Yeah, but even now, we have a fraction of the cards that. We have a fraction.
And we always will, pretty much.
Yes. So
All right. Excellent game.
Let's. I'm gonna buy 2 cards. I'm gonna buy 2. 1, 2, and I'm going to use White's or 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's card again, and then go find another card out of this thing here.
Are you having some side issues?
Yeah, it's let's see, and I would just make it cheaper. I don't need to make it cheaper. I could just I'm just seeing. Oh, that's not bad. Actually, that's not bad. I can do that. All right. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. And place it in your hand. If the chosen card is a keyword, it is not a chosen. I will tell you that in advance. It is not an alien investigation card. I will discard him because he is now long gone. But I do not get a bonus. I do not get a discount for playing it. But you get to buy and sell.
Okay. I'm going to sell one that is going to probably might be helpful. Deep cover assignment for 4.
You see, you have 2 of those in there. That's impressive. See, for me, like a lot of the ones that I put in here for season 5 is I try to go singleton unless it was something that I thought would be like a staple card. And that's even that I didn't try. I try to keep it. I tried singleton for the most part with this deck is just to try to keep as many different cards in here. Actually, I'm going through quite a bit of the deck. I'm surprised.
I'm going to buy 4 cards.
Well, you got 8 million CP there.
I have 15.
That's 8 million. That's close enough.
Yeah.
I'm not good at math.
Dude, it's one of those ones where I wanted my deck so big because a lot of cards I have 2 of for the 5th.
Yeah.
Practice.
Well, it's nice to see him. It's nice to see him. So I can see that. But then it either gets so. I mean, you've actually had the luxury of running into quite a few of them. I'm surprised. It's just because you've had so many out there.
Yeah, the majority of the cards in this deck are 5th edition. So it's.
Well, actually, to be honest, most of mine are 5th too. I mean, I've got a couple smattering of 4s, but that's just because they were the ones that he had me add. Because okay, all right. So you've got 15 CP still. All right, so you still got a whole bunch. Okay, I am gonna do. I'm gonna do this first. I got a card called Lies Within Lies. Lies Within Lies for 3. I will spend 3. I don't know if it's the best thing. It says force an opponent player to reveal all bluff cards in their hand. If your opponent has 1 or more, discard 1 at random.
Brutal. Okay. Just the bluff cards?
Just the bluff cards. I do not have to.
I have 1.
Oh, okay.
I have one at the site, which I guess would not apply, and it is Communist Calling Card.
Oh, I like that one. That one's
so
good.
This would have probably screwed you a little bit, but attach this card to an agent at the site. The agent is afflicted with a keyword traitor and may only contribute to subterfuge and combat skill checks until this card is removed. Discard this card when the agent is part of a team that successfully investigates the site.
Yes, so I'm glad I played that because that would then just get you to discard the 1 card that could.
Yep.
That could
affect you. I was like, aha, I got another bluff to attach. But that was a good time. And see, we had Blight been played, you couldn't have done. Yeah, it would have been a mess. So
then it's like because I still had 1 site out there. I could have still investigated it, but then I had no defense for it.
Well, but that would have been attached to it because I don't think you could have played that, and so that would have negated 1 right there. You could have only contributed combat if you. So it's like,
let's see. Okay, and then I will play 1 site, which is my Mahan Propulsion Laboratory. And it's out in Washington, and I will spend the remaining 2 RP to do that. So there we go. That's Computer 4. Computer 4, and it's a motive site.
Okay.
It's me putting out all the stops to see what the hell I can do.
You might have gotten yourself a good situation.
Well, yeah, but you have 15 CP.
Yeah, but I don't have any motive cards.
Right.
I got no other thing except for motive.
All right. I don't know.
Or criminal investigation. I got a result, affiliation, result, criminal investigation. And oh yeah, and you're gonna go. Yeah, so yes. So I'm assuming you're not going to the bluff site, right?
Well, at the moment.
Okay, yeah.
Because we're gonna do. But yeah, okay. So we're gonna do this. It's Alien Investigation 5.
Oh wait, hang on. I'm gonna put one bluff on Mayhem. I just read this.
Oh, wait. How do you have an extra bluff though?
What's that?
Because I was I shouldn't have extra bluffs. Because I just looked at all your bluffs. All right, we'll put a bluff on Mayhem just because it can't be a real bluff because otherwise you're cheating. Shame on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay. So let's see how I want to split this bad boy up. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's do all this fun stuff. We're gonna stick them over there. We're gonna do this. All right. Well, go on. Go to your little bluff site, Langley. See what's out there. It's an orc
First
card.
name goes viral.
It's an orc card.
Yeah. It's Urkslim goes viral. I needed to get some cards out of my hand.
That's fair. I was like, okay, but that is the motive site. I do currently have the 4+. Do you have anything you'd like to stop me with?
Negativo.
Oh yeah, they're not on the. Yeah, you have to see some of them. Like, see, look at this. You can look at the awesome Frohickey. Oh wait, actually, yeah, these are the ones. This is actually I printed this one out. This is season 5. It does still do a lot of revisions, but we got the playtest versions that they're just printed out and then put on backers. I've got, of course, here's the backer, all of our X-Files, the 8 million X-Files I have. So I'm gonna, but yeah, they're really cool. Yeah, a lot of them are on the X-Files webpage, but are on the Facebook page. I don't know all of them are. I think a lot of them are in the Discord. But yeah, in the Discord, there's a bunch, and you're in the Discord, so yeah. Talk to Steven. Steven knows all this junk. I don't know any of this stuff. Yes.
So yeah, you can. What is the result site?
I'm gonna go to the motive site.
All right.
I'm gonna go to that motive site, and that motive site is going to tell. Motive. I got some motives. Okay, let's see. We got ideology, we got security, we got ideology, got survival, got ideology, security. Ooh, all right. I think the big boy is going to be, is your motive security?
It is not.
God, how many no answer? Everyone.
We have not gotten a single one right.
1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th question I've asked. No security. That's 5. Jeremiah Smith is gone. All right. Unit 731 is gone. Syndicate is gone.
Jaguar's gone.
No.
I don't remember. Let's test with this BJ. Yeah.
Okay, so Lord Kimbote, Subliminal Killers, Gulag, Bonita Charn Sayer. Oh God, I don't even remember that one. Eddie Van Blunt, I remember Eddie. John Lee Roach, Nathaniel Teeger, and then Night Hag. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm down to 8. All right, we're getting closer.
I don't remember Night Hag.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why. But I like the name. I'm not going to say anything on this one, so I'm not going to. But we're going to send them all over here and see what happens. What can they do with this alien investigation of 5+?
This is going to be a nasty surprise.
All right. Actually, it's alien or observation 5. Blah 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 blah. I might not be able to do this.
Nope.
Because their alien splits up to 6. I cannot. So nasty surprise it up, and I'm just gonna bone that site.
All right.
That was my
but
bad.
they're at the site, right?
What?
They are at the site, though, right?
I don't know. That's the question. I guess.
You misadded.
Well, the question, yeah, that's always the question. I think we hit that during the tournament too, was whether or not, because either that or I just said I can't do it, but that was like because yeah.
Sorry, I stepped away for a moment.
Sure.
What's the question?
I sent a team to the site that couldn't do it, and then he revealed his bluff, and then they just failed. So the question is, they just didn't do anything. They failed, but there was still a chance for an adversary because they're still at the site, even if they can't meet the spec prerequisite.
And he had a bluff attached to it. Yeah, I mean, I would say at that point.
So I would just say, I still say they're there. So what do you got for me?
Is it results or affiliation?
Oh, I'm sorry. That one was result or method.
Okay. I am, just because I have a fuckload of this to play.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
I don't know that it'll actually do anything. I'm going to play 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 goes viral.
Sure.
Which attacks for
now,
one round.
Do you have the new one or the old one?
Oh, I don't know. What is the new one?
The new one, they can only attack computer guys, so you're gonna attack my 2 guys.
Yes.
So you're gonna so you're, and their computer gets it, but you get to split it.
Yeah.
The adversary only targets agents with either a computer skill or cell phone or an electrical equipment card. Damage from long range combat may be split among multiple opponents. Which I'd probably say you wouldn't split it, but you just want to kill. You want to just I guess no. You'd want to do 5, and then you could do 2, so that would work out because you could kill.
Computer does
it was buyers and 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 do. So you would actually kill buyers and wound 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, or just outright kill 𝐗-𝐷i𝐿e𝐿 and then wound buyers. Because it's 1 round, you only fight. You only round. It's only 1 round of long range.
I'm trying to figure out if there's one's better than the other. Yeah, I guess I'll wipe 𝐗-𝐷i𝐿e𝐿.
To be honest, I would say buyers. No offense, I would say if we were playing this, get rid of buyers because then he loses 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
Oh, does he have 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 as buyers? Well, okay, yeah. I didn't.
Yeah. So buyers is going to go over here and hang out over here.
Okay.
So he's going to hang out over there, and I'm going to put his little 5 on there, and then you do 4 or 2 damage to 𝐗-𝐷i𝐿e𝐿. So he's going to go down to 2. So, but he's going to hang out because he's a tough guy.
Cool.
So there you go. Yep, there you go. Q.
And that would be discarded. Can't do the site, and so yep.
There we go. Well, it's good because I actually wanted to see that card played as well because I actually have it in my deck too. Hang on. Once during your heal, I have to wait till my healing phase.
For the use the witness too. There you go.
Yeah, I get to use the Zuckerman in a little bit, but it's not going to help too much. That is my turn as far as that. Because like I said, that was just kind of a dumb move on my part to go there and not be able to do it. You did get the nasty surprise, so you got some stuff from it, but that's not helping me. All right. That's it for my turn.
Cool. And I have 7 cards in hand.
And I have 5, so I'm 5.
Oh, right. I get to generate full resources this turn.
Yep. So. And I'm gonna go ahead and look at my red letter.
Yep.
I am going to keep that.
Oh dear. All right.
It's not for the reason you think it is. I will look at it again just to make sure that I'm not looking at it wrong. Yes, I'm looking at it right. That's good. Helpful.
Ah, bloody hell. 2, 4, 6. All right, and then Nurse Owens adds another token back to Manners and Langley.
And Nurse Owens again.
Well, Nurse Owens, is that a one-time use?
No.
That's what I thought.
No. You still had it. You can still play it. Yeah, you can play another Nurse Owens.
No, I just didn't know it because I didn't know if it was a one-time. My bad. No. I don't know if it was because it was during the briefing phase, place 1, so that's just a one-time.
Oh no, you play that once and it's done.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So yeah. If you used it before, no, did you just use it now?
No. I just put it back
Oh.
in. I was like, I thought it was. I wasn't sure if it was a hold on thing.
Oh no. Yeah, no. It's a play once and it's done. It's an eventing card.
I'm not used to using tokens other than hosting, so I'm like, I have no.
That's right. That's right. I know. A ton of them have extra tokens today, so that's why.
Yeah, this one is token 6. So I was like, oh,
I'm still waiting for Langley's insanity to take effect or do something.
Well, you know what? No, I was like, would I have mattered? No. None of my crazy cards have come in. Okay.
Yeah.
So
all right. You've bought and purchased your cards? Are you good?
No, I'm looking to see if I want to buy any right now.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So you're generating your resources, you're buying. Gotcha.
I will. Bloody hell. I need my resources. So no, I will not buy any.
You don't need resources. Resources are for the weak.
You should, one of those ones where it's like we're both right neck, like we're both knocking on.
You should blight everything. Okay, I'm gonna sell Susan Modeski, even though I like Susan. And once again, it's another witness, but the only reason is because once again, it's a card that I was gonna play test. I like her. The only problem is I need CP, so that's I got to do that.
You got a couple of her, and so I totally get it.
Yeah, there you go. There's 4. There's 4 total. I'm gonna get it off my Dave table so you can see it. I've got 4. There you go. And I'm not gonna buy anything.
Okay. So I'll spend 1 for something point. What point industrial?
That's a card. Sweet.
Yeah. Plus point industrial, computer 5+, subterfuge 5+, method or result.
All right. I'm gonna bluff that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go anyway because I needs to get
Sweet. All right. Hey, it's Roy Cohn. Hey. So Roy Cohn's one of the newer ones. I'm throwing beans everywhere. Roy Cohn says increase the site. Do you have anything to stop him, by the way?
No, my language is gone.
Increase a site prerequisite by 1 point for each agent without a bureaucracy skill value in addition to the team. In addition, if the team fails the site skill check, your opponent must discard 1 active card. Now, granted, this may have not mattered at all. What's the card? What's the skill?
5+. So
5+ on what?
For computer.
Yeah, you got 10. So it's really not going to matter. Because even with the bureaucracy guys getting knocked off, everybody getting knocked off, that's 4 because nobody's got bureaucracy, right? Or does Manners have bureaucracy?
No, because I thought like maybe he didn't know. He doesn't know.
So that's a 4. It adds 4 to the site, so it's 9.
Yeah.
You still have 10.
Yeah.
So it's not really a card to play. That wouldn't work either. Yeah. So you get to ask that question. That was just not it was one of those cards where I was like, let's see if it works. And then I was like, okay, it's not going to work against computer on this team. So
before I ask the question, I'm going to pay 4 to play a Heights Verber as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I'm probably going to need his tokens. Okay. But that's all I got now. So I will ask a method or result. Hey, just finish out the results.
You can if you want. Finish out the results.
Let me see what I actually have. Cosmic Liner Kinboat. It's a resultant method. Let me figure out which one is what. Okay, so it was 1 insanity, 2 insanity, 3 insanity. There is 1 abduction, 2, 3 abduction, 4 abduction, 5 abduction. That might be it. 6 abduction. That might be the winner. And then as far as method, it's 1 possession, 2 possession, 3 possession. Yeah. I think the winner's going to be asking, is your result abduction?
Yes, it is.
Hey,
We got a yes answer out of the gate. Man, finally. Holy cow.
that's a worse thing.
I know. It keeps me alive. Unless you want to guess.
What are you at?
9, I think, or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Nope.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And so if I asked that, then you would just be able to ask what I just asked. You'd ask a result question.
I would ask a result question.
4, 5.
Which actually is not a good idea. But hey, if you want to do it, you can do it.
I'm down to 6. You're at that.
I'm at 8, and I would immediately knock you. I would immediately team up and get you down. But you could.
Because you're about to do another investigation. Yeah, so I'll hold off.
There we go. Look at that.
Look at me being reasonable for once.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. So, all righty.
So good with that.
Actually, that's David P's thing. David always has a tendency of telling us to like guess at random things. Like we are really in the thick of things. I don't know. Sometimes guesses work, but
they worked for me, and that's the whole thing. Is I'm like, well,
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make this isn't a tournament.
Oh yeah. No, I got you. I still in tournaments I turtle up, man. I'm gonna turtle up and try to stop that. All right, so now I'm gonna try to do some stuff. So I'm gonna get. Oh, I'm down to 3 cards. You're not doing anything else, right? Do you have any more cards? How many cards do you got? All right. So I'm still getting 2 res, 3 res, 4. I'm getting 4 res because you got my guys sad and over in the hospital. Get 4 res. I do get my 1 card out of this mess. There we go. Cool. That's the one I want. That's the one I wanted. How many CP do you still have? You still haven't sold cards yet. You got.
Oh, I have 12.
12.
I have 12
All
right. Because I have 14.
All right. I am going to buy. I'm going to buy no cards. Ah, shit. I'm going to buy 1 card. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's not till later, but at least I can actually burn them. All right. I have sold my card. I bought my card. You get to sell and buy.
I'm going to sell a 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 and a 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 because I still have a token, so I can't do that. So that's going to be another 7. 7.
See, that's where I want the too close for the tooth. I didn't put it in the stack.
Yeah,
I was like, I didn't think it would be I didn't think it would just be a pile of random CP.
And I'll buy 6 cards.
Ah, you're digging. You're digging.
I might wind up with half my deck used. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
All righty. I get to heal some stuff. Oh my goodness. And I'm also going to heal. So I'm going to heal. He's got 5 health. So he's going to heal 2 health. Whoops. He's going to heal 2 health naturally. And he's going to heal an extra health because of our little buddy Zuckerman. He's down to 2. He still has to stick around. He has to be down to 1 to get out for a 5 or better, right? Yeah. Because he can't just come. He can't come out at 2, can he? Oh, yeah. How long? Wait, it's been forever since I've had an injured guy. I know that the 4 and under, yeah.
2, right?
When the agent has a health of at least 3, they can come out.
Oh, cool. He's coming out. He's coming out for deployment then, because it helped him out. He came down to 2. Well, actually, he could have done that anyway. See, no, I didn't think that was true. 3 health?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I don't know. It's been forever. It's been forever since. Actually, it's been forever since I had a guy in the hospital.
The hospital, amen.
Yeah, no kidding. So all right, cool. That's where I am. He is healed up and he's back in the fight. Go, Byers, go. All right. We are going to the case assignment here. All right. We're going to do this one here. We're going to play One Motive Site. It's Hansen's Disease Research Facility. Looks like it's out in West Virginia. It is an alien investigation 4. It is a motive question. I will spend 2 to make it happen, and you have so many CP that I'm bound to just get these guys dead again.
Okay, so you have a full team.
It is a full team going to Alien Investigation 4. We have Alien Investigation 6, just like yours.
Okay. I'm going to play 2 bluffs.
2 bluffs. That's going to be the 2 bluffs that are there. I'm gonna just try to hopefully let you burn some stuff. I'm gonna do that. I'm playing some hard stuff here. You've got too much CP to deal with here right now. Got 2 bluffs on it. Actually, no, because I'm still gonna have to do that. I don't know what I'm gonna pull next turn, but I will know from the red letter. All right, we're gonna do this. We're keeping them on there. We're not visiting. We're calling it quits on that. You bought a bunch of cards.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm hoping that does because I want to keep that out there. I want to be able to investigate, but I don't want to have to worry about it right now. That's the end of my turn. I'm down to 4.
Oh, you do what I did to you before, where I'm like, damn it, I keep having to give up. I'm gonna deal with a blight. So I have 7. So
You're still down to 7.
Yeah.
Okay. It's your turn. Yeah, it's your turn.
I used to do that to you whenever during the pre-turn. I'd be like, "You bought 11 cards," and I'm like, "All right, I'm not doing anything this turn." Like,
Well, yeah. In this case, I'm still very. I'm hurting resource wise, and I had a lot of CP cards in my hand early, and it's like I can't be selling them. And these are cards I normally wouldn't have added, but they're because they're season 5s. I'm trying to keep them versus discard them, but.
Ooh, okay, resources made.
Okay, so you resource made. You got your card.
Yes, we did.
Did you buy any cards?
Damn, this is a difficult.
Yeah.
Man, this could be bad.
It could be, but I think that's.
Yeah, there's no point doing that. Okay.
Oh, yes, and it's your briefing turn, so I'm going to look at my red letter.
Yep. And then I'm going to buy.
I'm going to leave it there.
I'm going to buy I'll buy 1 card. What the hell?
1 card. Hey, let's see what happens.
And yeah, you're good to sell and buy.
All right, I'm selling my Gibson Praise. Bye-bye, Gibson Praise. I don't have it. I'm having a hard time having resources at this point. So I'm going to get 3 for him. I am not. I'm not buying anything.
And how many CP do you have?
4.
You have 4 CP.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's hiding under my Dave table.
Okay, so we're gonna. I'm gonna try something.
Sure.
And page 3. I'm gonna do Icy Cape.
Which is boy. Yep.
Evidence collectible. Oops.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Evidence collection.
Sorry, the stupid thing popped up on my computer. So apparently I said I'm going to do something. I thought it said Siri. And then the other one was Arecibo. So it was Icy Cape and Arecibo.
Okay.
Icy Cape is evidence 4+.
Yep.
Arecibo alien 5+ or computer 5+.
Okay.
And Arecibo's affiliation or method. Icy Cape is result.
It's alien, so you got to split 5. Yeah, it's not gonna. It's probably not gonna matter. But let's see. I am going to put this on. The affiliation site.
Okay.
Arecibo, if it's Arecibo's affiliation.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
It is.
That's gonna be an affiliation.
Okay. So it's this way. Yes. Okay. So
Now, see, what's he still have hanging out on him?
who's that?
What's still hanging out on on 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬? I forgot what's still on him.
𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 is never used as a vent.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Langley.
Langley
Yeah,
has bedside vigil in case he ever goes to the hospital.
Gotcha.
It's literally just one of those things where in case he gets his ass kicked, I'm just having it.
Oh, that's right.
I am going to pay, I think 2, right? To play Alien Discretion. Play on a team about to investigate a site with alien investigation as a prerequisite. Discard all cards assigned as bluffs cards of that site. Acts as number of bluffs of the site. So that would be 2.
There we go. You
So
get that.
discard
It was
that.
actually Courage in a Bottle, which was probably a good idea to do that.
Yeah,
Because that would have dropped his. Yeah, Courage in a Bottle is nice. I do like that card. So.
Yeah, that would have killed me. Not killed me, but I wouldn't have been able to. So okay, he's going, and then they're investigating Icy Cape. We'll do Arecibo first.
Sure.
So he is at computer 4, and it is a computer 5+. So I will use one of Invisigoth's tokens to add 2.
That could use buyers.
We'll see what happens.
No, that's what. Yeah, I got burned by that because I thought he was going to be able to help himself, and he just helps other people. Which
Gotcha.
I was like, I'm still not sold on that. I kind of like the idea of him being able to beef himself up versus beefing up somebody else at another site. But I guess it helped out. But yeah,
I could. Yeah, I actually completely forgot about buyers.
But everyone does, and I tried to use them the first time I play tested, and I was like, oh yeah, it's like he helps other people at other sites, not at his own site. Right. And I'm kind of like, all right, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
So you always got to split them up. You can't send them with somebody and then bump up their computer.
Right.
He has to be at a different site. So
man, now I'm wishing I had all eyes lead to the truth right now. That would be handy right now. Okay, so he's at 6 with her help. So he should clear unless you have anything.
Oh else. No, you've got this. Unfortunately, right now I've got stuff in my hand that I can't play.
Affiliation or method? Where are we at with method? Let me see. Violence, subterfuge, manipulation, subterfuge, possession, violence. Oh, for Christ's sake! And this is a result question after that, and there's no point for that. I just.
That's why I was like, I wasn't going to worry about the result one.
Yeah.
I was like, I figured I had to throw all my eggs in the basket of the affiliation one. Because if you got the result one, you just get yes again. But you would get another question. But yeah.
Let me see some. No, I think she's too expensive. Okay, so I guess I will ask. Is your method subterfuge?
It is not.
Okay.
Okay, and that is method of subterfuge on there. That was the first one you asked on that.
So 1, 2, 3. So I'm down to 4. Oh wait, so I can go in and not. I can yes. So I am going to do this.
Sure.
I'm going to use one of Verber's tokens. It's if it's alien or behavioral, cost is reduced by 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to use one of his tokens to pull all lies lead to the truth back.
Okay.
And then pay 2. Single agent with witness helping. So I can guess the identity without incurring a penalty question.
Sure, but yeah,
And
but then the site is done. You're not going to use you're not going to guess the first time. Gotcha.
Right.
Sure.
And then I'll look for a healing card, but I don't think I'd actually need any. It doesn't matter.
No, I don't think you do it.
2, 3, 4. I can choose which one. I'm going to say, is your X-File Lord Kinboat?
No.
Okay. See, I like him, so I was like, maybe you'll take that.
I know he's pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Where'd you go?
Down to 3.
This is a free guess.
Healing card, or keyword healing.
Well, you're going to be very, very close in a second here because I can't stop this other one either.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
So but it is a result one, isn't it?
Yes. So it would give me another guess if I want to take a
result and a guess. Now at this point, might be worth it.
Yeah, it definitely would be worth it. I'm just looking to see if there's any healing cards.
You're going to knock something off. So
yeah. Just looking to see if there's any kind of healing fucking cards that are like, oh yeah.
See, my killer was that I couldn't. I can't get away from the CP generation. So the CP is I'm always going to be. Really that amount of CP is that's going to be a tough hill to climb back from. Where'd my marker go? There it is. Yeah, once you started getting that many CP, that was definitely going to affect my ability to do stuff. So I wanted to. I really wish I had the. Well, and then again, you could have stopped it with the Langley, but I've been kind of just nuking Langley for the little things, trying to get.
I don't know if I actually have any useful healing cards. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and move to the other. Is there anything to play on AC Cape?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm looking.
Yeah, it's unfortunately I got stuck with 2 conspiracy cards that I can't use.
Gotcha.
And I added them because I wanted to see them in play, but the problem is they don't work well on their own.
Yeah. So then I would ask, is your result abduction, which I know it is.
It is.
And then I may as well guess, because what the hell, it's getting up there in time, and I'm at 3. Actually, no, I can't do that. I was like, oh, maybe I can use a world's lead to whatever, but no, I can't.
Oh yeah, because they're not single in that. How would you have a third one? Oh, did you? Oh, that's right. You pulled it out of the garbage.
Yes. Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter because it's like a single agent doing whatnot.
And single agent, and they don't have a witness helping them.
Damn, I gotta add some healing cards for that one because that's a good card, but otherwise no activators. Ah, bloody hell. Okay, so I'm going to. Do you know my result yet? I think you're close to it.
No, not yet. I'm almost there.
Yeah, there's nothing to fucking play. I'll just reshuffle these. Shit. All right. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
33% chance.
And you are at manipulation or abduction for mine. Right? Is that the 2 that you still have?
No, you're at result. Result. No, result. Yeah, result. I'm stuck at.
Insanity, manipulation, abduction.
Yeah. So, but okay. I've got a bunch knocked off on the other side.
Yes. So I got Jaguar Spirit, Jerry Thomas Schnoz, or Virgil Incanto. And this isn't even one where you can get the juju. This is just for fun. So fuck it. Let's do. Is your X-File the Jaguar Spirit?
It is. Good job. You froze up. Uh-oh. Oh, there you go. There it is.
Oh, look at that.
Hey,
I thought my computer froze.
Hey, you did freeze for a second there.
I was like, what's happening?
Yep.
Yeah, and there it is. So yeah, congrats, Jon Wood. So you once again bested Dave Meyer in a game of X-Files CCG.
Not once again. This is the first
game. So,
time.
and look at that lovely card, courtesy of 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 right there. So 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, if you're still watching, beautiful job you did on that card, as well as the other 40 that are going to be part of this expansion checklist when it becomes available later this year. But yeah, this was one of the first playtests we've done. I think maybe we did one with staff last week, and actually I think maybe 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 and Stafford might have done one yesterday.
Yeah, I think they did. I think was it today, earlier today?
Yeah, it's tech. Yeah, we're still on same day, but only by a few more minutes. But yeah, John Yost wants to know, from where are these X-Files coming from? Yeah, John. So this is part of an upcoming expansion. We've only been touting a little more recently because 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 and I cranked this out. Back in February, which doesn't seem like that long ago, but in a way it kind of was. So yeah, this is one of 4 upcoming expansion checklists that we're doing. So each expansion checklist is going to have 41 X-Files, just like on the original. And in the case of this one that both John and Dave used tonight, that checklist, 41 X-Files, those are pulled from episodes found in seasons 3 and 4. And just like the original checklist, those episodes were from seasons 1 and 2. And the one we do after this one's going to have seasons 4 and 5. The one after that's going to be 6 and 7, and then 8 and 9. So yeah, we're planning to go over all of the seasons that did not get represented in X-File form. And so yeah, so this is one of the play tests for that. So just like the original checklist, you have the same characteristics going on, more or less similar distribution of the characteristics, but slightly different, because as you saw during this, John, Dave, you guys were not asking all of the usual low-hanging fruit like evolutionary. You did ask death, but that didn't come until way later.
Well, it's still 11. There's still 11 deaths, so you're still going to ask that. You can't.
Lots of killing in the X-Files.
Yeah.
Yes, and congrats, John, on the win. So give us your thoughts. I was very much impressed by your use of All Lies Lead to the Truth, not once but twice. So I've been looking to see how that card was gonna stand up during playtesting. It's a very hypertextual card, and it did go through a lot of initial revisions, just getting that first draft out, because had to hammer out all the finer points of it. But you played it twice tonight and successfully. So how do you feel about it?
So it is a bitchin' end of game card, because otherwise I would not have guessed Lord Kinboat the first one and knocked it down by 1. And then I just took a shot because I was down to 3. So I probably wouldn't have guessed at all. So it's one of those ones where it's like, oh, I got a freebie guess. The first one, it's early in the game. It's just whatever. It did get, but also got a healing card out, which you can wind up selling if you can't play it immediately, or it would help with that. It's a very good card, and it's very much it's what I was talking about with the broken stuff. There is a gunman deck you can make that will be you could kill the game. I'm kind of worried about that, because Langley can constantly do stuff especially with Invisigoth, which is exactly what I was expecting. And then All Lies Lead to the Truth with computer, you're gonna brutally break shit. And there's some other stuff
because they have 10 computer on their own. I mean, you're already looking at that. Now, granted, they're kind of subpar in other places. I mean, we really don't have combat. Much to. Well, now the combat, I'm not really too. It's weirdly enough, I'm not too worried about the combat on a lot of these. And they got 7. I mean, well, my team had 7 LRC and it had 7 CRC. So they're still not. They're not muscleheads, so they're not just like running around like blasting the crap out of things, but they can hold their own for some extent, and none of them are really going out first turn, because I mean, you got 5 on Langley, you got 4 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's the powder puff out of them, but he's still got 4. So Byers and Langley, you're taking a couple rounds to get them. You're not usually taking them out first round and then just walking through the rest.
Right.
And if you knock one of them out, they still beat computer to death because they've got so much computer. But yeah, I can see what he says about that being something you can kind of, if you team them up with that card, and then his All Lies, because he got 2 free shots at something for no negative. So the only thing that saved me on some of those was that he couldn't ask the question, then use all lies, then use the question from the site, because that would be truly broken at that point.
Yeah,
right.
If you could, because you've already got that in Mrs. Mulder, but that's kind of like you already paid more for Mrs. Mulder,
right,
to make it happen.
So that's the thing
and
is
this
there's
is,
there's
like,
a,
oh, go ahead.
well, there's a world where you can have the All Light to the Truth in the first hand with the gunman, go in there, hit the 2 sites with Invisigoth. If you're using Detective Manners, pull out Mrs. Mulder, and then you knock out Government, knock out 2 questions, and you can guess in the first turn. And that's pretty brutal. It's something that people can do as is, but even if you guess completely wrong, you would still knock out a huge chunk of people of X-Files.
Yeah.
So there's a way for this deck specifically with a lot of the 3rd and 4th stuff to brutalize.
Well, Manners has always been that kind of way, because Manners being able to go in and get witnesses, especially a witness that would already work with All Lies Lead to the Truth. So it's definitely something that I would probably, I don't know. I don't know. We've seen it work well, but especially if you can go out and farm out these witnesses just without trying.
Yeah.
It's like and now a lot of people just use Manners and just for the most part to go as for negator. So you go out there and just go and get the negate cards, 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, which worked out for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see it doing that, because especially when you start putting witnesses in here, you go and get the witness that helps out even just for 1 turn. And with Langley being able to already negate something anyway, 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 being able to negate something anyway, they're already baked in defenders. You don't have to worry about spending the extra 2 for Langley. You don't have to worry about spending the extra 3 for 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬. It could in essence, if you could manufacture that, and you can out of the gate get one guy to get to a site. Now you still have to get a hold of All Lies to Lead to the Truth if you had it. So
well, and that's the 𝐗-𝐼𝐥e𝐬 thing also.
Yeah,
so since he's a witness, Mana can go down and get him. You can go down and
but it's from your discard pile.
Yeah,
you had to have already played it. So there's something to be said out of that. But yeah, being able to bring that back in, because it's All Lies, and that is something with Alien, right? Is it actually cheaper with Werber?
No, so it would not be cheaper with Werber. I just happen to have enough.
You could just go and get it out.
But All Lies Lead to the Truth is a healing card. So I can take a second All Lies Lead to the Truth after I've played this, if it's in the deck, and play it immediately.
Oh, yeah. Because if you could play it and search for the other one, you could play it. And because it's
so you
free,
can double up.
Well, yeah, because you play it for free because of the wording on the card. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so in effect, it could also be played to cure insanity as if played on. Well, Langley had insanity inflicted on him for a good part of the game, right?
Yeah, he got hit with insanity early, but that's the question. Is I wouldn't have used that to save. I mean, I guess you could have All Lies Lead take that off there, but if what he's saying is that you could go and as long as you had it, you're going to get your other one, and you can get it immediately and play it for free because you've already gone and asked the question. You're still at the site, so if you can get yourself, if you can ask 2 questions without penalty. Like right out of the gate, I think that might be problematic.
Well, okay, so I'm actually kind of like rethinking having the healing keyword on there because this is a search card, so you're searching for. Again, I think if you're watching too, I think we maybe need to remove the healing keyword out of that, because I mean they're already going to be able to go in and get a healing card with the effect. So I think because this is a function as a search card to get that, maybe we don't need to have that healing keyword on here. That might be a bit too much for this one card. So
well, yeah, especially if he's able to go and pull it out without.
Yeah. And then you're going to be able to heal something else.
Well, not even heal something else, but the fact is being able to
ask
play
it again.
Yeah, play it, asking it again. So you've got one question, one correct question gets you a guess out of the gate, and you have the 1 in 41 or a 1 in 20 or whatever.
Yeah,
you're already broken it down, and now you can go, okay, well, and so that would be so anticlimactic to just ding ding 2 immediate guesses without penalty. There's a reason why we don't guess out of the gate.
Yeah.
Like,
and it would be, but it would also then be in the discard. I can then use manners to go get 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 and use it again. Yeah. So I can use it 4 times technically without even trying.
Yeah.
So also want to turn attention to some of the Dave, you use the red letter pretty much since like round 1 almost.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that card after this matchup?
It was okay. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's either A, it stays, or B, you discard it. Yeah, I mean, I guess because it let me kind of look. It was helpful, but I was gonna get those cards anyway.
But what you could have also done is you could have used it after you purchased your card, you sold your cards, and then you got the cards, and then you could have.
It's during his briefing phase, not mine.
Right, but before we exit his briefing phase, you could have been like, okay, so now I've already bought my cards. Well, now I'm going to look and see what the next one is. So you could technically do that before Jon says.
I don't know, because personally, I think that's, once again, I don't want to play that game of like, okay, I'm going to sneak this in there and go, okay, I'm going to use that. Because like, it's like something like this, I would go, okay, as soon as his briefing phase is done, he has bought his cards, he has done his thing. That's his briefing phase.
But yeah, sometimes what happens, but you've seen sometimes in games like, okay, the investigating player like he buys his cards, and then he's like, oh hey, I just got my friend in the FBI before we get out of briefing. Let me just go ahead and play that now.
Yeah, but still, it's yeah, sure. But once again, I am not selling cards until after his briefing phase. So for me,
well, it's still within the phase that
but it's not
players buying and selling.
Yeah, but it's not
selling and buying.
If I looked at this, his briefing phase is he gets his card, he generates his resources, he buys his cards. Sure, he could play a card or whatever. Once it's my briefing phase, because otherwise it's not during the briefing phase. It's my briefing phase is now me selling cards. It is during his. So it is more of a looking at it. So it does. I don't think that I wouldn't consider me selling things his briefing phase.
Yeah, I mean, also just to answer you, Michael, I have 146 cards in this deck.
Yeah, I didn't want to forget Michael. Yeah, I was gonna put that one up eventually.
Because because that's where that's a little weird, because it says at the end of your opponent's briefing phase. Now his briefing phase. Now, granted, I guess, but I just consider that part of his turn, and yes, I'm still part of that turn, but it's my part of that turn.
Right.
His part, my part. So that's where when his part stops, I think that his stuff is his part of the briefing phase has been completed. It is now my part of. So that's where, not during. Yeah. So I guess that's if you want to get real granular about it, I wouldn't do it. Just to solely go whether or not I want to I'll buy my cards and then see what. But sometimes it helps, because that one time it was a site.
Yeah,
I really needed conspiracy cards, so yeah, I did discard it. But Yeah, I don't know. Excuse me.
It's not a broken card. It's just
No.
it
Oh,
can
no.
be- it's- Yeah.
Oh, red letter? No, it's not broken at
Yeah.
all. I don't think it's broken at all because it just I pay 3 so I
Yeah.
can look at cards, and if it's not early, it's definitely not getting played.
Oh,
Right.
sure. Yeah, because it's the timeliness of it, just
The-
like
the
video
return-
trap or whatever.
Yeah, it's the return on investment on the card. It's like if I'm going to spend, that's why a lot of the cards that you spend 5 on to get you something, if you don't get those early game, I'm not playing them. I'm selling them. Just because you don't, you get them later. And it's like, see, I had to add, there's Ad Noctem. That was one of the cards I had in my hand. These were the 2 cards I had in my hand at the end.
Trepanning, and what's the other one? Is that Ad Noctem?
Ad Noctem.
So
Ad Noctem only works if I had another adversary that had been defeated or negated. The problem is it was 4. I had 4. So I didn't have anything else in the first place. Yeah, I was pretty... the problem is, with this one, I think I had more conspiracy cards than I'm usually playing because the cards I wanted to test were the conspiracy cards. So I did notice that I had quite a few. Like I got rid of 5-alarm fire, security checkpoint, which would have worked out okay, except he was still sending his entire team. So sending your entire team, subterfuge, your subterfuge. Oh, they're still going to do it because 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 and Langley had subterfuge. It's instant message from the star from beyond was that one actually helped out against, especially against these guys. That one, the cigarette smoking man extinguished. I used him because he's worth 5. I really didn't. I really didn't keep him because I don't have a subterfuge heavy deck, so it's not going to help on the secondary question of like, it says in addition if the team makes a subterfuge. So I have to negate to get the in addition to work. So it's like you pay 5, you negate, you pay 5, and then if you pass the subterfuge check, you get that at 2.
Wait, sorry, which card?
Cigarette smoking man is extinguished.
Oh, extinguished. Oh yeah, that's just like Chester Bonaparte or Message from the Stars.
Yeah. Oh no. I know the because it was when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, that was I was never running into that. I really ran into I didn't run into that a lot as far as people that he had. I didn't have. Let's see. I got a bunch of stuff in here. Yeah, I did a hacking in government agencies. The extra crunchy evidence never came up. I wanted it to.
Before we'll continue to talk about cards, but
sure.
Dave, I want to have another chance to show off one of 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's X-Files for this checklist expansion. So take a guess. What do you think Jon Wood had selected for his hidden X-File?
I think the Night Hat.
That would be a nay, but give me just a second to pull it up.
Sure. Because actually, I wanted to see the Night Hag
at the ready.
I don't remember her.
No, that was the only reason I said it, because I was hoping that maybe you'd play it. Put it up. Oh, look, it's John Lee Roche. That was my second guess.
Gotcha.
John Lee Roche. Yes. And that's a great episode too. A Vince Gilligan episode. Very, very, very compelling episode and great choice on that one. So and John Lee Roche makes a number of appearances on cards in our season 4 expansion. First edition is already released. Second edition is coming up very, very, very quickly. You guys who are in the expansion development team in Discord have been reviewing those. And of course, been having some of you guys playtest the new additions to the second edition. So that second edition is coming up very, very quickly. I do apologize. I don't have any of the other images from this checklist available. Otherwise, I would pull up the Night Hag. It's a great image from Avatar. It was one of those episodes where we knew exactly what image we were going to use for that one. Some of these, I think John Lee Roche, I think 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, if you remember, I think we struggled with this one because we already had him on some of the cards in season 4 expansion. So we were almost like, well, have we run out of images to use? And then, so we did go through we did go through the X-File archive quite a bit to find this one, and we thought, oh, this is a very great image, like very menacing expression on it. But yeah, this was one where we did struggle initially, but there were other cards where it was like, oh, we got to go with this image easily. So job well done on this.
Yeah, it's funny because you did the same thing I did, didn't you? Middle of the road. You took the middle of the road because yours is exactly the same as mine on middle of the road.
As far as picking it,
yeah,
I literally went down. I went down the list and went, boom.
Maybe it was accidental, but 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 primordial is primordial affiliation is 8, which is why I picked occult, because it was 8. Yeah. And then I was going down that. I'm like, okay, what's the next bump on that? Ideology and security, both 8. Nice middle of the roads, both of the same ones. Subterfuge is also method. It is 8, just like my other one. And the last one is abduction, 8. So middle of the road on that. That's why I picked Jaguar Spirits, because once again, it was not high, it was not low, it was just right. It's the Goldilocks. It was just right in the middle of there. It was just right. So and that's why I do it. And because I can't even remember the Jaguar Spirits. I hate to say it. I'm not.
It was one of the worst episodes.
It's the Specios, right?
Early years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was Techos the Bichos. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was. There we go. But yeah, see, that's what I did with this. The first thing I did with this little guy.
Add them up.
Is they're all added up. So you've got. So that's the breakdown of them. So you can break them down 8, 9, 9, 8, 8, and then all the rest.
Sorry, I was trying to bring Dave's screen up to front there.
So yeah, I do this all the time. I do this all the time. So that's So of course
I just cracked up because at one point I was like, does he have my X-File? Because I thought
you had the same one. Yep.
Yeah.
It was looking like I was wondering if you guys were going to suspect that, because I was seeing that the ones remaining are still the 2 that you guys had chosen. So any other thoughts on the checklist or the X-File cards?
Oh, no, I think the checklists are fine. I mean,
yeah,
it was nice because it goes. You got a little variety. You're going into the newer seasons. It's not all just 1 and 2. I don't remember as many. Most of them aren't as. But then again, some of the ones in the first one, I kind of like. I could give or take some of the ones that were in the first one, but
once you have once you have the cards in hand, then you'll see the images and then
that'll definitely help out as far as that. But I mean, I think as the decks are fairly. I mean, other than you just gaining massive amounts of CP, and that's always been one of the things. I always try to sit in the. Once again, the Goldilocks zone on that. I having too much or not enough sucks, because either you're a target, you really got to worry about. But if you have so much, it's like I'm going to buy 15 cards. All right, that I've never saw. I mean, sure, you can grind through your deck, but then why don't you just build a speed deck at that point?
Well, and so that's the thing, is that this was literally just, like I said, put together.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it worked out pretty well. It worked. You just had enough things to stop. There's things out there. The All Lies to the Truth was very helpful.
Yeah,
nice.
It was also one of those, like, because one of the things that made me start selling shit was Frohickey getting abducted.
Yeah,
because I was like, I need to get to him out. I'm gonna buy 6 cards and sell them off. So yeah.
That had to work, and then it worked because you bought them, and then they all happen to be RP, so you can just tank them. And there it is at the bottom. Who gave you this number? It's one of the playtest cards that everyone's selling for massive amounts of money online, because you can make a bunch of money on those things.
Yeah, for real, right?
So but this one, if you notice, this one's event. Who gave you this number? And behind it, of course, is a real unexpected call. There he is. Yay, my little buddy. I love him. He's the best guy. But yeah, it is actually worth 5 RP. In the original playtest card is 5 RP versus the 0. I like him at 0 because I like burning my pile.
Yeah.
and then just trading it. Because I did that to Nathan over at File Fest, which was fun. Is like literally I played a card I could not use. I played Smoke and Mirrors 5 to burn my pile. I'm like, I'm going to give myself 3. I says, I can't do anything with it, but I can play this, right? Even if I'm not doing anything? Yes, you can. Okay, 5 is gone. And then I said I took his 10 CP or 10 RP, and then he got my 0. Because that's the thing, is that's the way I like playing that game. It's like I'm gonna burn as much as I can, because nobody ever has alien experimentation.
It's just too expensive.
It's too expensive. Yeah, it's too expensive, and nobody ever wants it. It's just one of those cards that it's nice, but you're not going to use it to burn that against that card. But I mean, it could help. But I'm trying to think of what else I had in here. I just said,
were there any cards in the deck that you guys didn't get to play that you're like, gosh, I was really hoping that I would have had? John, I feel like you have a whole stack because you're
Staged Abductions. I wanted to try Staged Abductions because I had abduction cards in here.
I still couldn't get to Psychotherapist, which is one of the ones that I was trying to get to. The good thing is that some of these work, and like the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 thing I thought was great. Especially against the gunman. It's like,
thank you.
Well, and that's why I put it in here too. I thought you might have the gunman as well. I wanted to do a Trail Gone Cold is the one I was trying to hunt down.
That's one of the new season 4 second edition editions.
Yeah, it's like it's just I was gonna do. Yeah, I wanted to do that. Unless the card is negated, agents with observation. I wanted to try to do that because I knew that if he was doing this observation 4. It's still, I mean, we have observation 4, so you could do it, but that's just my team. I don't know about his.
Actually, Manners is observation.
Yeah,
there's a lot of sweet bluffs in this one. Like 5 Alarm Fire is a fun one.
I just couldn't get that to hit because you were sending your entire team most of the time. So with you sending most of your team, it was like it's the odds of you failing that. I'm already throwing 5 at that card face down.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. And then you got to fail it. And then let alone, I'm not going to let you just nuke it with Langley anyway. Alien Disguise. I like that. It's not something I would play a lot. I said that it allows you to use subterfuge. That's why I have Ambush.
Ambush. Yeah.
That's the only reason I put Ambush in here is because Alien Disguise. So,
and that's one of the favored combat cards from Premier Edition. So anything and not everyone can use that card because not everyone has subterfuge and not all adversaries are capable of using them. But Alien Disguise would make that possible. Yeah,
I had a lot of my cards. Unfortunately, were like on top of each other. The season 5 cards were just like sitting in the middle. I did hit a bunch of them. I hit a fair amount of them. So
I've got tons of notes here on just what you guys played on of season 5 cards tonight. So it was definitely a very difficult playtest.
Imagine how fast that game would have been if we had had a yes answer at all.
Really.
Like early. I asked 5 questions. He asked 4, and then he asked 5 total, and then the 2 freeze. So and then we only got 1 yes answer out of that.
There's a couple of I'm curious because the gunman's negative of being the combat, whatever, like you said. I think Andy Taylor would be a really good addition with them as well. From the 4th season, because then he can just kind of be their helpful little fighting buddy. But I really like the Rashomon effect. That's one of the ones I was trying to get to because it would be really easy to just boom, boom, and then
a good card for if you're going to have 2 copies of each computer site in this deck. So then, oh man, I got 2 Arecibo Puerto Ricos, but boom, now you can play it. And that card's a resource card, so it would stay in place from the time you decide to play it. So if you have multiple instances where it seemed like you guys kept playing the same sites, like after Jon Wood plays Fairfax, then Dave, you play Fairfax.
Well,
I know it's not the same thing, but you guys were definitely going heavy on computer because you had the gunman.
We had to 10. You have 10 computer. You've got to definitely it's like you got to lean into that computer because Evidence collection was second, but the problem is you could cover compute. Yeah, that's the one problem. They're kind of one-trick ponies. So they have 10 computer on there, at least my team did. They had 10 computer, and then you evidence collection, and then I had alien investigation 6. The minute that you pulled one out to go over here, you had one guy that can go, okay, Langley can go out and do a computer site by himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other guys really had to team up to do it. And then once you did that, you broke the evidence collection.
Yeah.
You broke the alien investigation because they all had 2. So it's kind of like you either like that. That's why I got burned that one time when I was like, oh, I'm going to send them over here. Oh, they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that in general was a misplay on my part, which put my buyers in a hospital. So it was like, okay, well, that was just not being familiar with the cards. It didn't help because that was me going, okay. But the good thing about it is they do cover Tanaka. The only thing they're not, they cover Tanaka, they cover Daniels, they cover
Not Thompson.
Not Thompson, but they do cover UTL, the 4. So since you only need the 4, they got the coverage on the 4 because UTL's 4 or better. So they as long as you stick them together, they're still
as long as they're together, there's strength in numbers. And of course, as John Yost had pointed out earlier, there's some cards in this set that really do punish computer. Instant Message from Beyond was one of them. And of course, a couple of 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬s in your deck would certainly knock the entire gunman out of play for a couple of rounds as well. There's
not entirely though. I mean,
collective. I mean, between if you played 2 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬s, you could, but yes, not.
But once again, you're still restricted by the site. I mean, the fact is it's not, by the site, at least because if you made it just so that you could attack indiscriminately, that would be a problem. But you're still going to have to need that site to line up. And that's one thing that I've always had issues with, the ones I'm going to come for an agent, or I'm going to come for a female agent, or I'm going to come for whatever. The whole idea of just being able to openly attack regardless of keyword, that's always been a problem for me. I mean, like you have what's this nuts? Who's the 6?
The Gnaw, the vampire?
No, a cult guy from where he can just believers. He attacks.
Simon Gates, believer agent. So he costs 6, but believer agent. That's not every agent. I mean, you have a
really, but I mean, he'll knock out. Hosting's a believer. Mulder's a believer. 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's a believer.
The Scully team is usually going to be like heavy in this. If you put like Scully, Spiller, Holton, a lot of times those are skeptic agents. So Scully team would be probably immune from that particular one. But as the ones that you see in the commercial set or the commercially released cards that have just an agent activator, like John Barnett links you to Mulder, costs 12 with an agent activator, and then
even Leonard still costs, I think, 6.
Yeah.
He costs 6, but you still discard cards. Now, granted, against you it will be useless because it's like you knock over a witness every 3rd card. So, but other than that,
balance.
Yeah, because I've always liked because the cards are a resource. Like in the case of Blight, like I said, if it wasn't a timed card of like ding, I'd be more receptive to it. But if it wasn't a card that I have to kind of sneak in when he's not looking, I like to know, okay, hey, you've done your things. I'm going to do my thing. I'm not going to go, I've never been that. I'm never going to do that. But I'm not saying the card isn't valuable, but it's something that it adds something. It's something that doesn't exist very regularly in the game in any way. And I thought it was kind of a bad addition just because this is not Magic. It's not one of those, I'm going to throw an instant at you. It's usually a call response type thing. It's like you put something down, you can negate it. then yeah, you can negate something that's going to be negated. There's a little bit of a stack situation, but
yeah.
How often are you going to? I'm going to play this. You're going to play this. I'm going to negate this with this. Sure, it happens on occasion, but it's more of a. But it's not a speed thing. It's like, do you have something to do to this? It's not like I'm going, those 3 cards, like I could burn them.
Yeah, well, it's also like the hosting token and fighting over that. Like, okay, I'm going to do this, and before I do anything, you have to make sure to use the hosting token before you go out, because then it's like, no, I'm going to do this before. So it's one of those ones where
that is the one thing. But the tokens are a little on the weird side, just solely because it's like there is kind of that. I guess it's like there is that little piece of that is like if you're kind of just wavering with that card, waiting to throw it, and then it's like, or you're trying to beat the hosting token, sure, but it's that one token.
Yeah,
that's one token in the game, and that's the one thing. And sure, I'm going to try, and usually I'm like, okay, my turn is starting, I'm going to hosting. It's not usually like I'm speeding through. It's before I'm going to make sure that you're not going to, and that prevents that. Actually, it prevents the speed shot unless you're trying to beat the hosting, I guess. But you're hosting when they're not even they're just sitting around in the office. You don't usually, they're not even in the field yet, and you're kind of hosting. But
which oftentimes a hosting effect is usually, I say usually, not always, it's often going to get you through a site investigation for free, basically. So you just pay for the site and you hosting, you get the worst card taking out of play.
Sure.
And then your team can usually get through and ask a question. So even if your team got blighted during that round, and then you play hosting, and like you still get through without really having to pay for anything.
Well, yeah, but that's, I mean, but that's the same thing as like we've also come to the conclusion that a lot of times it's worth using the card that got hosting anyway.
Yeah.
If it's the Deadly Blur, hosting Deadly Blur, you Deadly Blurred it anyway. Sure, I still got to ask the question, but you killed half the team.
Or with adversaries, we typically do that. I mean, but events,
events usually just get thrown away.
Yeah, I would not play an event card that got hostings. I mean, unless it was like one of those devastating ones, like from Scully set. Maybe.
And we're still in the same camp that the fact is it's played. You don't just all of a sudden magically you've hosting this one, but I have this one. I have the same card. No, it's the theory of the whole Deep Throat. Like, do you get rid of Deep Throat? All versions of Deep Throat. If you use Deep Throat, I'm still in the camp of
I'm in your camp too on that one. I just we're in the minority though.
Well,
and anyone who's in the tournament's definitely not.
We had 2 back in the days. We had back in the days. We had 2. So
who are we to try to say no, you can't? It was on the original card, but still.
It is what it is. But I mean, but it was a fun game. It was a fun game. Yeah, and I think we got some stuff tested.
You guys did a great job on that, and I gotta thank you both for that. Especially, John, first playtest, and you came out and played All Lies Lead to the Truth, not once but twice, and you solidified that card in my head. Like I'm sold. It works. It's functioning as intended.
Just take off the healing.
I'm very happy with that.
Just take off the healing.
100%.
The healing thing is getting removed. Yes, 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. Take a note on that. We're also going to increase for now. We're going to increase the cost of Blight to 4. I do think the cost increase is definitely warranted. 5 might be too much, but we're definitely going to try with 4 for sure for the time being, because we're not done with playtesting, because I still want to try those season 4 second edition cards. We got to get those play tested.
I tried to play Carpeting Operative.
You tried. Gosh, you tried.
Wait, hang on. He's 4.
His cost?
Yeah.
Oh, let me go see. Gosh, because I don't have the.
Wait, he's 4. I had 4 on my card. It says 5.
Oh well.
Yeah, on my card it was 5.
Yeah.
On the original card I had was 5.
That's you could play it now.
Yeah,
now I want to see it. Now I want to see it get played because we did.
That was the only reason. I couldn't play it because, to be honest, I don't know. I just
he was primordial, so you couldn't have done it at the time.
No.
Assignment.
That was
It was
no,
for
that
the
was
last
early.
turn,
I'm
right?
talking later. I had
Later. That's true.
yeah,
Later you could
I
have
had it
done
the
it.
entire time. I
Yeah.
had the entire game. And
I
was
forgot
like,
about it until you showed it to me at the end. We're like, oh, you did still have that card.
5.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
little
4
5.
now. It is 4 now. So
See,
yeah.
yeah. So and I'm looking at it over there, and it's like if it was 4, I could have played it to a tried, and they would have attacked each other. So yeah, that could have affected that.
I would have loved to have seen you, play that one too.
I thought it was 5, so I only had 4. Why do you think I had? I said I had 2 cards that I can't play: Ad Noctem and Trepanning, and I only had 4.
Yeah, we did 10 playtests on that one card just to reach.
Yeah,
that
I'm still kind of I'm still kind of in the about the drop. I'm still in the camp of like I think it's the insult to injury about the fact is you play it and either it hurts both of you, it hurts one of your guys, it hurts the guy, and you're also discarding a card regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
I never liked the whole idea of I like card discard stuff, but it's
and so we comparing it to the pusher card, which costs 6, we're like, oh, this is a pretty pricey card.
But pusher keeps doing it.
He keeps doing it. So
that
was why I'm like, gosh, this card's only 5. And
I wasn't a big
once. That's it.
I saw it during
combat?
I saw it during the Jon and Guillaume game. I kind of wasn't a huge fan of pusher. He kind of was a pain for what he was doing, and just I mean, I've never once again flip a coin. All right, that's I understand that. I understand the theme behind them and the thematics. It's like that whole let's flip alien harvester up in the air. I think what is a chaos orb or whatever that is. That what it is? Some of the novelty cards are like they're cute and all, but it's like I just go, all right, I don't know, but the more cards you make, the better. But they're not all gonna be winners.
No, and there's in kind of the reason why I'm doing a second edition of season 4 is to remove some of the novelty cards, because I realized well afterwards that they're kind of a lot in there that. And no one's using them. Because that
wasn't the ones that you were talking about with those weren't like the alternates to like UTL, were they?
No,
like,
that was
because I remember that there was like we had a bunch of those, and I'm like
the future expansion had too many of those, and we're like,
I'm like, no,
back on those.
Yeah,
we don't need those.
UTL is a personally, I think that's kind of like a one-off anyway. That should be like one of those ones and one in the deck, and that's it. Because it's like, and it's useless against science decks, but it's still one of those ones where I've never bid on the whole. All right, you play it on that, and it's just whatever.
And I mean, I think only one scraped by for Fight the Future when there were initially a few, and we're like,
there was like 2 or 3
back. So there's a medical one out there now, but that's it. That and sciences, and like hopefully, I never want to see another version of that card. But I think there is something to be said about doing variants of some of the cards, but it's those middle of the road cards, combat cards especially. Because for one, they don't see that many play, and
bluffs are good too. I think bluffs are good because I
don't want to see more laser barriers.
No, not laser barriers, but like the Tanakas, and then you get the medical from Scully set and stuff like that. Because there's always ones like, let's change those site prereqs to something else. That's nice. It opens up the door, but you have them all. You like jack of all trades, master of none. So you want to be kind of focused. If you decide to just shoot stuff all over the place, you can have a deck that's a foot thick, and it's like in this case it worked out, but that's not always usually the case. Usually that's the leaner the better. You speed through it, you get through it, but
and that's what we're going to be looking forward to in the future, because the first time we do a tournament with non-commercially released cards, it's going to be the Scully set. So that's going to be the first time we dip our toes.
We've already played a couple of those, I think.
Not in tournament, but we'll have to see like what what cards from the Scully set might not be tourney legal, and there's like one or two I could think of
Yeah,
that we
there's
might
probably a
want
couple.
to. Yeah. But it will be interesting to see because, again, as Mike pointed out, because you wind up seeing a lot of the same things, and I like the idea of incorporating some other cards. And I think starting with the Scully set, be interesting to see what people in the tournament setting are going to be including routinely from that expansion. So that'll be our first foray into that whenever Mike decides to launch that tournament. But yeah, that'll be
for me. It's sites and agents. I mean, that's a big thing. Is like you always need more sites. There's how many times am I using women's health clinic because it's subterfuge?
Yep,
it's broken because the card itself is messed up. But the fact is, it's like it's still, defend this to the day. It's a motive question.
I was really frustrated that the Scully set didn't even have a subterfuge site in it. Which is like,
so it's like subterfuge sites are not very loved in the first place, and so it's nice, especially when I got Cry Chicken hosting in a lot of my decks. So it's like it's nice to know that you got some variety, especially since you only have 2 cards. It's not Magic; you don't do 4.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a big fan of the sites more than a lot. For one, they're very nice to look at. They're very aesthetically appealing, and yes, getting that variety, because I know, speaking for 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, speaking for myself, how many times we've seen Coastal Northwest Oregon played, and it's like by now it's like I'm surprised like not everyone has the same Rain Man ability to remember what that site specifically offers,
no. I still ask on the premiere stuff. It's not like it's like you don't see the cards every day. It's 25 years since we've last like physically played.
Well, you see them every day on this channel.
Yay. No, it's fun. It's always fun.
Anyway, so it's 12:30. I know Dave needs to get to bed because he's got work tomorrow. And so again, I want to thank both of you guys for availing your time, and I definitely want to thank 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 for doing the mock-ups for the X-File expansion checklist, as well as all the other stuff he's doing for the season 4 second edition, for season 5, and so forth. And of course, Dax, for your work as well. Thank you if you're watching, and thank everyone for tuning in as well. So for chipping in the live chat, we love our audience participation. It always makes these live broadcasts more engaging and worthwhile. And so if you haven't already done so, please click that subscribe button. A little support goes a long way. And and so I think we're about to wrap it up, guys. Shut this door to the X-Files office until the next time. Parting words.
Oh, I'm coming for you. Coming for you, champ. I'm coming for you. I'm going to be the Clubber Lang to your Rocky.
I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to our rematch.
The
rematch should happen. Yeah,
let's not make it months and months and months. Let's
no.
I
got the deck. I got the deck built. I just need to physically put it together. So we'll set something up.
Awesome. And with that, we'll say goodnight. And please be sure to tune in next time for another edition of Alien Investigations. Good night, everyone.
I'm going to finger gun it.
Yeah, why not? Excellent. Good night.